Well, good evening. Welcome to VP4TV. I hope everything's coming through loud and clear. You can let me know. We're here for not Friday night 9-ball. It's still got 5 minutes to go. There was 14 in at the last count. They still might get a full house. But we're here for a round 2 match in the Virtual Black Ball World Championships 2023. A match between Larry from the USA and SemiPro from the UK. It goes at the top of the hour, clashes with Friday night 9-ball. Quick look at no, that's not the one I want. I'll tell you the one I want. I want that one there. There was a match earlier on today, and it was the match, I think, between John Boo and Houdini, and John Boo comfortably came through that by 13 racks, I think, to 3. So he's into round 2. The bad news for John Boo is, of course, Albinario is lying in wait. We've got the match tomorrow evening between LS3 and Handful of Potatoes. That's going to be too late for me. Hopefully Slim will be able to get that, and I think that's about it. Is there anything else on the one that we're doing tonight? Oh, there's Bankster and Little Wolf, which what date's that? Is this the 27th? So that will be Sunday, I think, at 5 PM for that match. So welcome to Dwight. Welcome to anybody else that's there. I'm just going to do a quick tab. I don't have a screensaver, so it'll probably go black. So just bear with me, guys. Hold on. I think it's actually refreshed now. Welcome to Chimpy. I don't know who King Air Pilot is. Who's that? Yeah, I wanted to actually add. I wanted to add a chat count for my other channel, so I was experimenting with this Botrix thing, which is a program, I think, that allows you to add more than one chat counter. But hopefully it hasn't wrecked my Morillus action. We're showing, as you notice now, I've got a YouTube count because I'm only streaming to YouTube now. I've got a YouTube count on screen, but I think it only updates when I tab out. No, we're up to 8. Well, it is working. What time is it? We're about 3 minutes away. So, of course, this match could run very close. Larry's came through a grueling battle against Tommy in the first round. SemiPro had it much easier. He had a comfortable win against Popman. And Larry had to grind it out. He was chasing Tommy's tail for most of that match, but managed to battle it to the final rack decider and won out in the end. Sort of fell over the line, but a great result for Larry, considering he was, really having to hang in there. So Larry should be giving SemiPro a tough time. We'll see how it pans out. I'm going to do one more quick tab. Oh, just as I was coming back into VP4, Steve appeared in Discord. So I'm going to now. You guys didn't let me know the other night, but I looked at the stream with Steve in it, the last stream that I did, and his volume was quite low. Didn't you all think his volume was quite low? It was when I was watching it on the playback. So I'm going to just adjust his volume on Discord as well while I'm tabbed out. I'll be back in a minute. Good evening to Steve, or good afternoon.
Good evening.
Yeah, you are sounding quiet to me, so don't you adjust your volume. I'm going to adjust yours.
Okay.
Right.
I don't see a stream going on Twitch.
No, it's not on Twitch. It's only on YouTube. Remember, Steve.
We're still doing that.
the short-term memory is the first thing that starts to go. Right, now hang on, let me just tab back in. Right, guys, you can give us an audio check and let us know if that's good, bad, or no different.
Uh-oh. Let's see. I gotta get this off. Sorry about that.
I've upped his volume in Discord, so he should be sounding louder. You can all let me know if he sounds a bit better than he did.
Evening, everybody. Or afternoon if you're in the U.S.
Well, did you watch any of that match for Larry and Tommy? It was a 2-hour, 45-minute grind.
I did not. It looked like it was a very close match, though, by the score.
Oh, well, as I was saying to the guys there, Larry was chasing Tommy for most of that match. I think when it got to like 9, whatever it was, Larry took the lead for the first time. And then it was sort of, I think Tommy got 2 in front again, but, Larry eventually squared it up and took it to a final rack decider. So, Larry's got the bruises of the battle so far. I know I've had an idea in my head that SemiPro probably won't change his tack. I think he's going to be aggressive to get balls open, and it'll either work for him or it'll fail for him. And I don't think there'll be an in-between. And Larry will just plod on and do his thing. Right, that room should be up now, I think. Let's get in. I didn't even notice if Larry and SemiPro were here.
I'll be a little surprised if SemiPro doesn't play some safeties. I mean,
well, he'll be forced into, but as I say, as soon as he gets to the table, you know what he's like. He's going to start swinging that cue ball, and there's a lot of pockets for that cue ball to end up in, so it will work in his favour sometimes, but others it might not. Now, it depends what happens first. If it works against him first, he then starts getting on his own back, and we'll just see how it works. Welcome to Spectre, and welcome to Mark, anybody else that I might have missed. We're now showing 10 on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to start begging now. This is what all the other guys do, and I vowed I'd never do this. I think you'll get 619 subscribers. Even if you never watch YouTube or never intend to watch me doing anything else on YouTube, please subscribe, because the quicker I get to 1,000 in the next 10 years, the more likely I have of making a bob or two off their adverts.
You're at 619.
Yeah, well, I think it was 619. So here we go. Lag for the break. So Larry is nearest me. And Larry's won that by a country mile. That's a really, really poor lag by SemiPro. And that is dry.
Dry is not good.
Well, it's going to be...
That's a sellout break when you spread them out like that and you're dry.
Well, it's going to be. It's got to be yellows, I would think, because of where the 8-ball's sitting and where that red is. I mean, the 8-ball can be got at to cut in, so it's going to have to be yellows.
Yeah, and the yellows are sitting real good. This is just a matter of playing a good pattern and moving the cue ball well. You should be out.
Good evening to Cobra. Right, so everybody's well. We've had two scores or 2 results predicted. Both of them going for SemiPro.
Oh, this is a critical shot here.
Here he's in. He's in the room.
He needs to get on this yellow correctly, because if he doesn't, he's not going to be able to get down there. I don't like shooting this one. Well, actually, I think that was okay shooting that one, but of course you got to make it. I'll take that comment back. I think it was okay to shoot that one.
You know what I'd be doing? I know this might sound a bit crazy, but that red that's right next to his cue ball, I would just push that right into the 8 ball right now, just as another safety net. That prevents SemiPro getting to the table and cutting that 8 ball in. I would have just backed up some time there. It's a bit negative, but at the same time, it's giving you a bit of time. Well, Larry's missed the red, and he might regret that. I think my negative tactic of rolling that ball that's to the left of the 8 ball and pushing it in next to the 8 ball would spoil SemiPro's chances of getting out.
Well, I mean, you can always move it. I think Larry had to try to do something, but that really wasn't it.
Yeah, it would have made Semi have to work for it. Now all he has to do is get shape here and he's out. Now I don't know whether he can get to that.
This is tricky. I mean, because he's got to go up and down here.
Yeah, he can't get to that yellow there. Well, he's played it well, used the red. He's got to take this one.
Another critical shot that he gets on this yellow the right way.
I don't know whether we got a full house for Friday night 9 ball. There was 14 in at the last count, but I never
that should work.
Look, this will do. Anywhere out in the middle of the table, and he's fine. So
well, he needs to get the cue ball at least to the position he's in. He can't really shoot it from where the cue ball is, so he's got to come across and out a little more.
He's got to get to about the donut, and that'll do it. Well, my tactic might have given me a second chance. That's all I'm saying. I think I would have spoiled that for him and made him have to work for it. But the error from Larry was the root cause there at the end of the day. He never potted the ball, so that was a help yourself right there for SemiPro.
Well, they both missed a ball for a crack. I mean, this table doesn't really play that tough.
Well, that sort of hung there and then gravity worked. Welcome to Coldest Pillow.
So he's got a free shot. Let's see. This is where he could deal with that red and yellow that are together.
Well, we'll state the obvious right off the bat here. Larry's got a free shot, got to get out. Now, what do you go for? I mean, obviously the reds are a lot more compact. There's not much movement need to be done. The only worry would be that first red.
He's got to deal with the reds down here. So he cleared that one out. Now the other issue is going to be the red by the 8. And to make that in the corner pocket he's shooting it, he has to get the red closest to the rail out of the way too.
Well, I'm assuming he tried to get above that red that he's next to play it into the side, but he's got the wrong angle on it. I mean, he can still pot it, but he's going to have to hold the cue ball.
What?
Oh, he's going for yellows instead.
He's picking yellow. I think that's a good choice because there's no issue with the 8 ball there. Leave the yellow on the rail for the last. This is the key shot. He needs to get good on the yellow in the side pocket.
Well, the one that he's going to be playing to get to the 8 ball, the only crucial thing with that is how he finishes on it. This is not great.
That's no good. So he's got a little problem here because he wanted to shoot the yellow on the rail last to get on the 8, and he's not going to be able to. Or if he is, he's going to have to do something here. This is tricky. He hit it good.
Now, this angle, he's got to be gentle here. He's going to end up squaring this 8 ball.
No, this is just a right-hand English.
Got to just hold it.
I'd put a lot on it and just kill the ball.
Yeah, that's what. He had to hold it there with the English because it was going to just leak away. And welcome to Brain Fill Out. So a good response from Larry given the opportunity.
Well, Larry's a good player. I mean, I think he's got a chance to win the World Championship here. Well, Stubb came in, Stubb left.
Well, he left before you could get at him. And this is what happened with Larry and Tommy's match. We had an awful lot of racks like this where you had problems, and that's why the match took so long. Because then it got tactical for a fair few periods in each rack. So Larry's committed to the Reds, and well, the only thing now is how long he keeps potting balls.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got to make a decision right now.
Well, where that red is, Steve, the one that's up on the right-hand corner pocket top right, I wouldn't be playing that right now. I'd be leaving that there, just nudging, playing a combo or something.
He could just put that red in front of the pocket instead of making it. He decided to make it. So I'm kind of surprised if he's going to give it up. I'm a little surprised he didn't put the red on top of the yellow on top of the black. Well, now's where he needs to play safe.
He's missed it again. See, the thing is, you know, where was he going to get to by potting balls there when that red stuck amongst the yellows? He's going to end up buried.
Yeah. Well, he could have played safe and tried to put the cue ball behind the black there. He decided to shoot. Now, this is no bargain for SemiPro. I mean, but if he's smart, he'll play safer.
No, he's going to try and bump that red and yellow out to run the rack. That's what he's going to be doing. Tell you that straight away.
He should play for table position. But move one of his balls that's in trouble.
Oh, no.
See, that's a good shot. He moved two balls that were in trouble. Unfortunately, where he moved one of them wasn't a good spot.
Yeah, I don't think he attempted to get that out of there because he was just looking for better position.
But that was the right idea: is take your two trouble balls, get better table position. You know, this is doable for Larry. The big problem he's got is a red that's down by these three yellows. He can get on it, but you know, it's this is tricky.
Why doesn't he bank the far left red over to the right corner pocket? Why doesn't he do that? I'm sure he can.
It doesn't make sense to try to pocket a ball now where that red is. I mean, that's the problem, is that one red is not in a good spot, and all he did was make a ball that he could potentially shoot at later. I mean, this is no good.
As soon as he starts moving this, he's committed. Is he looking for a double kiss?
See, here's the problem with that play. He should have left the red on the table out there and done a play like that. Now, granted, that red wasn't in a great spot, but
Andy hasn't.
Well, here's the thing: is SemiPro can just bump one of these balls and that he's right next to and play safe on him.
Now, own ball not hit first. Did he play a deliberate foul there? What did I miss?
I think maybe I don't think so. I think he was trying to thin it and missed it.
Yeah, well, I think according to that, he's hit SemiPro's ball.
Yeah, he must have.
Right now, I thought his volume was okay. Hang on a minute. I'm going to tab out again.
Well, Larry made a couple mistakes.
Oh, look at this. Look at what's happened to my screen. The chat's all wrecked. Oh dear. I shouldn't have tabbed out. Yep, that's wrecked. Right. Hold on. We'll see the end of this rack and I'm going to restart this. I'm sure it's that bloody thing that I downloaded.
Yeah, well, Larry made two mistakes. The first one was shooting out one red, and the second one was not hitting his ball first.
Now, is that any louder? I don't know whether the chat's now working because there's like 3 lines of chat and three YouTube counters on screen.
Well, he's got himself jacked up over this ball. This is not good. Boy, he just overhit that shot.
That's good. It's fixed
itself.
Not
what you want. But he's okay. So,
well, it was
Larry made two mistakes this game, and that's why he lost.
Yeah. I mean, that one, did anybody catch what Larry did? Did he just he tried to split them and he hit Semi's first?
Yeah, that's basically what happened. And there we go again. So SemiPros had 2 breaks and had 2 scratches.
So everybody's happy with the volume now. Good. Yeah, that was. I'm surprised that you've never let me know the other day because it was awful. Steve was really quiet. Hopefully it's good now.
That's just a killer in this game. Scratching on the break, giving up a free shot right off the bat.
Yeah, because it's an easy shot just to deal with any problem that's there.
Yeah, I mean that's an absolute can't do.
He's going for yellows for the look of it. Is he? Yeah, he is. He's got to watch out.
They both work, but the one red by the 8's kind of more of an issue, and I think that's probably why he's taking the yellows.
I think he should just dink this in, and he's going to brush off. Well, he's going another way now. But that yellow he was looking at, that one there, if he just dinks it through and brushes through off that yellow, he should give him a choice of 2 shots. In fact, he's I mean, okay, he's moved a ball, but I would have been trying to get through here to have a 2-way shot where I could get rid of that one into the side.
Boy, he way underhit that.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
That's not where he wanted to be.
Well, he can get the one down the bottom here, but I think it went wrong right from the start because he should have rolled through further.
This is an angle that there's a little bit of a illusion here. People will miss this shot sometimes. Not Larry, that was perfect.
Now, does he play the combo now that he's reasonably good on it, or is he going to go to the rail and get that yellow that's up there? Because he can just dink through and have enough room to get through to it.
Well, he needs to leave one ball. He could play a combo, but he needs to leave a ball down here to get on the 8.
Yeah, and playing the combo, he would still have a ball down there to get to the 8.
He really screwed up when he rolled that ball in that spot. He needed to come up short on the other rail or in front of the pocket and not block this ball. I mean, he just made things tough for himself because of where he put that ball. He needs to hit this real easy and make it. Yeah, see, that was all caused by his initial first free shot where he put his yellow on the rail over there. That's, I'm not saying it was a bad idea, but the execution wasn't good.
Well, SemiPro has... this is a wee bit tricky because where he's finished, he's forced into having to pot that ball up there. And now he's going to have to get onto that red. Well, he's taking it now to open up the 8 ball.
Yeah, he should be able to run out. I mean, this is almost like a little drill. The reds are just in a little arc. And it's funny how in this game the decisions that you make way, way early in the rack can come back and bite you.
Yeah.
Like it did to Larry there.
Well, I think the ball in hand he had right at the start of the rack there, that's where, to me, it went wrong because he played just to bump the yellow down towards the pocket, but he didn't think about the cue ball. He should have ran through another foot, and then he would have had a choice. And where he ended up, he had really one choice to get rid of the yellow that was up top right. Yeah, well, cue balls...
Well, this doesn't look good.
It's in he can squeeze it through.
I think he's going to get by it. Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
Well, a little straighter, and he was in trouble.
Well, another one that's sort of meekly been given away by Larry. SemiPro still had to pot them, but the daylight is already there 3 racks to 1.
Well, I mean, that's what's frustrating about this kind of game is that Larry plays pretty smart and he tries to play smart, but you can outsmart yourself by doing the wrong thing or bad execution.
Well, it's got to be reds, isn't it?
Yeah, those 2 yellows are they're makeable, but that's like you don't like that, you know.
I mean, this table is actually pretty good for running out. I mean, the 8 ball's right in the middle of the table,
good.
So you've got a choice of pockets for the 8 ball. Every other ball that's there's got a pocket.
The biggest problem for the reds are the 2 balls side by side. And the reason why I say that is that anything close together like that, it's real easy to, to get on it funny where you can't get on the other one.
Yeah, you could be brushing the other one when you don't want to, and then it might not finish as good.
Well, Larry's going to clean these up down here, and then he's going to be in a situation where he better get on the reds the right way.
Well, I think he should be able to go in one of them right now, shouldn't he? You just run through and come in behind it.
You almost can't go wrong if you get close to the long rail like this.
Yeah, that's perfect. Fine. That's perfect because you just dink back and take the same one.
Well, yeah, dink back and take the other one on the side.
Yeah. Well, he's going to take it
in the corner, which is fine other than the fact that he's a little funny on this. He's going to either need to roll forward or back. He's going to go on the side, which is a smart play because it's natural to get on this other ball. See that? Just roll it. That's beautiful. I mean, that's how you want to play position.
Just a little stop.
This rack was played very well. I mean, he was never, ever out of line.
So break goes back to SemiPro. And yellow ball's going in, the red's going in. And this table isn't too bad. Reds it may well be, I think, because he's on one, and all the other reds are reasonably good.
Because he's got one yellow's blocked, so he's got to take reds.
And there's nothing worse than when you get a break like this where the balls are actually pretty good, or at least one set is good, where there's no problems getting to the end of the balls. The worst thing that happens here is you're thinking, well, I've got to be out, and then suddenly it gets on top of you.
He could have been done on the first shot. I mean, that shot he hit was beautiful, but he could have rolled up on one of those reds and been done.
Well, he's the wrong side of this one.
A little funny here. So he's going to have to do something. He'll probably just roll forward. Yep.
Well, this is.
So this will be a little left English and hold it.
This is how easy black ball is.
Well, I mean, SemiPro plays good straight pull, and that's really a key for 8-ball because it's got very similar patterns. Obviously, you've got some other balls on the table, so it can be a little more complicated. But pattern play is essential, just like straight pull.
Oh, I can't remember. I mean, my memory's terrible for yesterday, let alone last year. Who won this last year? Was it Albie or Cobra? Did one of them not send the other to the one lost side and then the other come back and win it? Was that not Cobra? Mind you, if Cobra's there, he'll tell us who won.
I think it was Albie. Didn't Albie lose the snooker to Barkers and come back and win the black ball?
You might be right. You might be right. Cobra's probably gone to bed already. So into rack number 7, Semi back with his 2-rack lead.
Well, he just turned that loose. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but that was.
I think he was trying to break those 2 yellows in the rail there.
Well, he wasn't close to him. I
No.
mean, he missed him by a mile.
Yeah. That's
So
the only
he's
reason he
got-
would have played it at that pace.
He's got problems here. He's looking for how do I play safe, and
You're right.
this is
was
this
it?
is pretty hard.
It was bank pool according to Cobra. It was a bank
Oh,
pool
bank
tournament.
ball,
he
that's
won.
right. Yeah.
So was it you that won the black ball then? Who won it last year? My memory's terrible.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Larry was
Larry's
making a good play there, but he didn't get to a rail.
He's done it again. That's another free go for SemiPro.
I think he played that. That was the dreaded trackball problem, where he didn't hit it hard enough.
Yeah, he's going to have to get his act together here, Larry, or this is going to drift away rather sharpish. He's making too many unforced errors.
Well, there's an unforced error. I think he might have got lucky. He got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's lucky he's got a shot. He could have been locked on the back of this with nothing. And I think if I had to criticize one part of SemiPro's game, he's a little bit cavalier about stuff sometimes, where he just, like that kind of shot. It's just carelessness where and he rolled up good, but he didn't have to.
Well, everything's good now. The yellow will hold the cue ball. Ah, right, so it was Albie that beat Cobra in the black ball.
Yeah, stop reminded. So the interesting thing about, trying to play where you're, not just taking things for granted and rolling up funny, and it's easier said than done, because grinding's no good. So trying to be careful is not a good way to play. What you really need to do is you need to be careful without trying to be careful. In other words, it needs to become a habit where you are aware of situations where you could roll up funny, and you do something about it where you're like, I'm going to play it this way because I know I won't roll up funny. There's a missed ball. So, SemiPro, I like the rhythm he's playing it, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to grind, but you still got to learn not to do silly things. Playing a rhythm, but don't do silly things, and that's a hard thing to learn.
Larry's looking at that red. I don't think he can get that past. I mean, it will go past the yellow, but it's not going to go in the pocket. It's too tight. It's going to go at the rail too soon. I mean, he will block the pocket.
It's going to go in the side pocket. He's going to shoot this yellow in the side pocket, the red in the side pocket off that yellow.
Let's have a look.
Matter of fact, he's probably going to do it right now.
It will go. You're right enough.
Now, what he's got to avoid is putting the yellow on top of his other red.
Yeah, this has got to be dead weight. It's just got to be dead weight, isn't it?
I would hit it hard. I would hit it harder than that.
Oh well, you're right. Yeah.
So that it doesn't end up on top of the other red.
Takes away any doubt. Well, the interesting thing now, obviously, is that he can't get to that red next to the 8 ball, because he obviously has to clear it. So he's going to have to work that probably now, I would think, if he can get past his red that's in the left. He can not draw
what
up.
What he wants to do is shoot this one, the one on the other rail, and then the one on the side pocket, because that gets him on the red by the 8 really well.
Well, you see, I think maybe that was what he was trying to do, get up in that 8 ball there. He wouldn't have ran into the red if he had been doing that.
Well, now he's funny. So now he's going to have to perform on it, and this is what you want to avoid. He had a simple 4-ball run if he played the pattern right, but it didn't work out.
Anything but straight. So, he's got a good angle, but he's got to jab this in to get this cue ball out, though.
Well, I mean, I would be running it at the yellow he's next to. I'd be trying to run into that probably.
Yeah, that's what happens in this table when you hit them at pace.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible idea playing it that way, but he didn't get the ball in. So
Well, I suppose
You know,
now the fact he didn't get to that red in the 8-ball, that's him got a safety net at the moment. You know, it's probably good that that red's still there. It's going to give him time.
there's no safety there because he's got plenty of pockets to make these balls, and that's not safe at all.
Well, he's going to probably leave that yellow in the right there to get to the 8-ball.
I mean, it's safe as far as a numpty playing, but not as far as SemiPro. He should get out here.
Yeah, he's looked at that. I was thinking, surely he's not going to take that now because that's the one he wants to get to drop through on the 8.
No, I would be looking at shooting that one in the pocket pretty quick because it's difficult to get positioned. So you want multiple balls to get to. He's going to play it now. He wanted to get this angle. So he's going to roll this and try to shoot it in the side pocket. Oh, he's not. He's going to shoot this one. Boy. Well, he's got to get down to the end rail if he's going to shoot this one. Oh, he's going to come. Oh, he's going to come off the ball.
Wow.
All right. Well, that worked. That was a nice play. He almost got screwed by having a red get on top of it, which would have been a little unlucky. But yeah, that was a nice way to play it. Got rid of the problem with without having to do anything fancy.
Welcome to Blind Hog. I wondered what that smell was there.
And that's from playing a lot of 8-ball. The shot he played off his opponent's ball. SemiPro played a lot of this in real life, so it's a huge advantage.
This is ugly. And Larry's he's on the rack already here, 6-2 down. Horrible table.
Well, this is a table where you pick the ones you want, and then you play safe. So I'd probably look to shoot that red in the side pocket and roll down, and then play safe on the reds down at the end of the table.
I think Larry's got to try and get cover. Well, this is no good. He's trying to improve the red, and now he's in bother.
He didn't really want to do that because now he's separated the yellow out.
He's trying to do a little spin in behind, but you see how deft you've got to be. That's maybe not too bad.
Well,
it's not bad. That's got Semi in bother.
Well, he's going to be kicking at something. The thing about this table is those two balls down on the other end rail, you know, that's going to be a big problem. So somebody takes advantage of the full snooker, didn't have to get to a rail.
Well, it looks as if it's going to come down to a battle in those two balls in this bottom rail here.
Larry tried to play safe and didn't get there. Well, who's going to decide to try to run out? Now, if you're SemiPro, if you can get down here near this corner pocket, you can bump the yellow and get behind it and freeze it. So, you know, one thing, if he can make a ball and come down here near the corner pocket, he can bump the side of the red nearest the rail, and it looks like he can probably get it so that he's locked up on it if he hits it right.
Well, Larry's got two options, the red that he's looking at and the one next to the 8-ball and the yellow, and he could try...
No, he doesn't want to move this red here. I mean,
no. I don't know whether... Did you want to hit that thick? See the red that's next to the 8-ball? Did you want to hit that thick with a bit of left and try and spin up top? Because if he gets into the gap, he's going to leave the yellow on up top anyway. But I don't think he's got many other options.
Yeah, I'd hit it thinner. Just put the cue ball by
he's trying that. He needs to hit this ball thick though. Yeah, he was always going to leave that yellow on up there, but again, not having touched the red down here at the bottom of the screen, he's still got a safety net.
he's sitting where he can break out this yellow down table.
He's going to probably have a go. Is he?
He can't get to where he can't. Well, he could try the safety that I was talking about too, because he does have a path he could run down to the end rail. But I think he'll probably try to break this out, which is a little risky because running all those yellows with the reds up there is gonna be tough.
We'll see how committed SemiPro is going to be, whether he's going to hold off or whether he's going to take that. I mean, he does have an angle to work this cue ball and try and get there, but he's not doing it. He's, again, that's a pretty good little safety. Larry's only got one ball he can hit, and it's the one he doesn't want to really be playing.
And the thing is he doesn't have a full snooker, so he doesn't get the. He's got to hit a ball to the rail. That's a good shot. Very good shot.
Oh, that's him come back in and he's left the room. Yeah, Semi's requesting that you deal with him, so that when he does come back in, you'll have no problem.
I don't know why guys just don't put ignore on him.
Welcome to Patrick Swayze.
Well, I might end up just kicking him. He's in Friday Night 9-ball. That would really piss him off.
Oh, that would annoy him. See, the tactical way to do it is find out whether he's waiting on his next match, and if the next match has just started, then kick him for 10 minutes and see how he reacts. Then that gives him enough time to get back in. But it makes him sweat. Well, we're going to have a bit of manoeuvring here. And
well, SemiPro's in the driver's seat here because he's got a ball down by those other balls.
Yeah, and he'll be looking to then spin into this yellow.
But I'm not sure he's trying to run out. He's got one yellow it's hard to get to. It does go up pocket or side pocket.
I'm not quite sure what he tried to do there coming down this end of the table.
Well, see, if he was on the other side, he could roll up behind the yellow. But from this side, he can't do that. So he's making balls, and this could end up being not so wonderful. At this point, you must have a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you're just hoping.
Now, why doesn't he commit himself and go for the yellow that he's bumped the first one into the second one, but I'm sure he'd an angle in that second one there if he could see it to come down and try and bump this yellow and red.
He couldn't see it.
No, oh well. But that's the least of his problems because even if he started potting these balls and he did break that out, it's still going to be difficult to deal with the 8-ball.
SemiPro's still in the driver's seat here because, okay, this could change things. Well,
it does because he can play. Well, can he? He can certainly play that yellow to bump the yellow over the pocket. He can do that.
Well, that was
Oh, hang on a minute.
The problem is that was a weak play by Larry, and
well, that's even weaker by Semi because that's opened up. That's put the pressure on Larry to then go for it.
Well, Larry's got to bank this red right now. Bank it into the red that's sitting in the pocket. He needs to bank this red right now. This was a game winner. You bank the red. It's a huge ball down here because it's sitting in the pocket. You got to bank that at that. See that?
Well, I think he's trying to drop down dead and cut that red that's in the side. I don't think he can see it, but I think that's what he was trying to do, and he's looking at it. I don't know that he can get enough of this.
I would have shot the bank shot right there because it's a huge ball when it's sitting in the pocket like that.
Yeah, and he's still got this other red.
Double the size.
Yeah, the other red's guarding the other pocket from the yellow.
Yeah, I mean, I just, now it's a have to perform. He's got to hit a good shot here to get on the red. I think he probably will.
No, he's the wrong side of the red over the side pocket.
He's a little funny on it.
I think he was still intending to pot that into the side to drop down on the short side of this red that's next to the yellows, the three yellows. I think that's what he was intended to do, but he hasn't got good in the red. He's going to have another go here. He's dropping this dead weight, just tickle it in. And
this is kind of funny. He's got to come off the end rail between the yellows. If he runs into the yellow, he could be screwed.
Like that, you mean?
Like that,
yeah,
exactly.
See, I mean, well, everything that could go wrong with that shot went wrong. That was really touchy to do that.
Well, it's probably going to cost him this rack.
Well, maybe not yet. I mean, all he needs to do is spin into the back of this red. Well, in fact, he could get behind it, which is not so bad. But he's got the safety net up table.
He does, but I'll tell you this right now. With the ball in the pocket like that, it's pretty easy to play shape up table on that yellow to shoot it down table because you can use that. You don't have to worry about scratching. I'm
wondering whether SemiPro is maybe, it's what you guys say, between a rock and a hard place. He can try and run out, but this first shot, is he not going to try and get down onto that yellow or something? I don't know what he's going to do here.
Now, see, this is perfect. You just try to run into the red here, and you're perfect on the yellow. He's just going to try to run into the red.
See if he's got the line right.
I mean, it would be bad luck to scratch. Oh, he tried to break it out.
Well, that'll work.
That'll work too.
That will work. That was excellent. Well, it's hard work now for Larry. 7-2 down.
Well, that was not very good.
Well, I say 7-2.
Wow, that was a terrible shot somebody just played. That's the kind of thing, I mean, a player at his level should not be with this shot after that. I mean, that was just terrible.
Well, good 8-ball, nice and clean.
Well, the thing about good players is they don't screw up as much, and when they do screw up, they recover better. So it's, he screwed up, but he recovered. Red
goes in, and again, we've got a problem up table. Everything else is reasonably good. I mean, if it was red, you have no problem with all the reds apart from that last one up table. Yellows likewise, apart from the fact the yellow's blocked down in the bottom here.
Yeah, but he's got reds in position to get to that.
He can play the billiard off the yellow into the red, can't he? Or does he want to play it? Can he play it plain ball? Let's have a look. No, he can get to the red, no problem.
He's going to take reds, and he's got ways he can get to that red that's locked up. That was a strange looking shot. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He could get to it right now if he wants. He's got a line where he can run into the red. I think he'll probably take that. You got to miss the yellow that's out in front of it and just hit the red.
He's not got a great deal of room to get there.
Yeah, but here's what the good news is the tangent line is right at it.
Yeah.
See, and that, when you got the tangent line right at it, you should be able to figure out how to hit that. Now he's got problems, but he could play it right here. He'd have to hit it with a lot of inside English. He's not going to. He's going to wait and play it next shot. But you don't want to be straight. Well, that's no good.
Yeah, that's no good
You
at
had
all.
that angle on that. Well, that's going to be interesting.
Try and force this across. Bump the yellow onto the red. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, good shot. Now, that one he got the line perfect on. So, right about now, I think Larry wants his mommy because this is turning into a thrashing.
Well, Larry likes it tough, but you know he's he's going to need a fair bit of assistance from here on in.
Oh, I'm surprised he's drawn this. I'm surprised he didn't go forward.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Well, there's a gift.
Well, he could have gone forward on that. He had enough room to go forward there. I don't understand.
Now, wait a minute. What happened there?
He made the black.
Right, so he potted the red and he bumped to 8 ball, and that's a legal shot.
Oh, he won. Yeah, that is a legal shot. I'm thinking American type 8 ball.
I never knew that. I don't remember seeing that one in the game before. So he's potted his red, the cue balls come over, bumped the 8 ball, and the 8 ball's gone in and he wins the game. Well, I think we've all learned something there. I thought it was a foul. Well, I'll remember that one in future. So you could play. I
can't believe he didn't go. He could have gone forward on that red easily.
Right. So you can't. Right now, let's get this right, Steve, before we start jumping to other conclusions. If he had a red on the table where it was near the 8 ball and the 8 ball was near a pocket, he can't just billiard off the red and pot the 8 ball. He has to pot the 8 ball and then pot the last red and nudge the 8 ball like he did there. So you can't billiard the 8 in, you have to pot your last ball, and if you pot the 8 ball in the same process legally, then it counts as a win. So most of us who don't play this,
obvious unless I got the rules wrong.
Well, I think from what we've seen there, that's what has to happen. So you can't. Well, SemiPro will tell you that he did it right. Although I think he got lucky. There's no way he played that, I don't think. But you can't just billiard and off an edge of a ball and pot the 8 ball and win. You have to do what he did. And do it all in the one sequence and actually pot the 8. Having potted your own ball. This is a blitz.
SemiPro is the best at this game. The question with a SemiPro is always which SemiPro is showing up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a game that he's familiar with. It's about sustaining this sort of level over the full distance. One match isn't good enough. He's a comfortable first round match, and this is looking just as comfortable right now.
Yeah, it'd be a amazing comeback if Larry came back and won this, but I think he's up against it here.
Well, you won't get Larry quitting out the game and saying he's had enough. That's one thing he'll never do.
Nope.
He doesn't have quit in him.
But I've got the fine system in there now, so anybody wants to quit, I'll be ready to fine them. SemiPro complains about stub, and then he does the same thing.
Well, Larry's on the reds. They're all there. And he has to get out.
I'm surprised he's not shooting the one he's close to, because get that one now while you're right there.
So, is there any news on this guy with the gun, Steve, that's killed 18 people? Is he killed any more? Have they shot him dead yet? Have they found him? Because I haven't seen the news today.
I haven't looked as of late.
That's like 48 hours he's been on the run. And I think, according to what I saw on was it Facebook, it popped up.
Well,
they've had there've been 500 people coming up with sort of, that they've seen him. Well, they need to take him out, unless he takes himself out.
The guy was a firearm instructor, and he was also had known mental problems, so that's not a good combination.
No, that's great. Yeah, he had a gun license. That's how crazy it is. Well, I think Larry wouldn't mind a gun right now, because it's probably the only way he's going to win this match. Found his car at a dock where he owns a boat. Yeah, they won't. They'll eventually get him. He'll either do himself in, they'll corner him, and there won't be any sort of debate about it. They'll take him out. And that's the one thing they'll do. First thing they'll do is take him out if they get a chance. I don't think they'll be looking to arrest him.
No, they'll try to arrest him.
I'd be surprised. I think he's more than likely one of these that's going to do himself in. Well, what's he done here? I mean, this is crazy. Boy. It's going from bad to worse, Larry. He's going to have to...
That was terrible.
Well, he could kick it in theory. There's probably just enough room for it to go past the yellow, but he's doomed now.
Well, I mean, it's tough to play in a match like this where somebody is just blitzing you and playing great. And then when you do get a chance, that happens, I mean, it's all gone wrong for him. But you got to give SemiPro credit. I mean, he's played a very strong match.
Well, it started going downhill very rapidly for Larry because he had those early unforced errors. That's the worst possible start you can get off to. He didn't get settled in.
He'll leave this one red yellow for later. That's the one he's going to use to get on the 8. He's a little funny here. He might have to change his mind. He got funny straight in here.
Now, am I about to jinx myself? Since I've been using Mirillus Action software, I've had no problems. None at all.
Hasn't there been over 500 mass shootings? I don't know what the number is. I don't know what they consider a mass shooting, but there's been a bunch of them.
Oh, it's all the rage in America, that. Mass shootings. The problem with this is the publicity that the guy that's doing it is getting, and then some other mug's going to go down the same route. You'll have another one in the news. Somewhere else in the States, some lunatic will do the same thing. Like a knock-on effect. Well, SemiPro's 3 away, and this is a total contrast from Larry's last match because we're only 51 minutes into this, and it's pretty much over.
There's a big difference between SemiPro and Tommy. I mean, Tommy's a good player, but SemiPro, if he plays well, he's really the best player in this thing.
And the interesting thing is that SemiPro hasn't been doing these. He's probably not been in an awful lot of positions where he's had to, but he's not been forced into taking risks. Trying to break balls out and all of that sort of stuff that we've seen him do before, and things go wrong doing it. Everything's sort of not necessarily fallen into place, but he's been more than effective doing what he's doing, and had plenty of encouragement from Larry as well.
Let's see what he decides to play here. He's going to shoot the one on the rail there. I think that's a good idea. Is he going to do it? Yeah, he is going to do it. That's the right shot.
Well, 8-ball into the side by the look of it, unless he wants to come up table. But the simple shot is drop it into the side pocket. You're not doing anything with the cue ball, and that's what he'll do. Just come back out to get a better line on it, like that. Perfect. He's staring down the barrel. He's 2 away.
Well, it's dink, 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 dink.
Couldn't be any simpler.
Dink, 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 dink is a great way to play this game.
It's simple and effective, and that's how you make your life much easier in any game.
Well, you avoid the have to perform shots.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You don't want the have to perform shots.
So Semi's break, and he's got a ball. Now, bit of a dilemma here where he's going. He's going to bump that yellow into the back of the red, I think. Try and clear the pocket, is he?
Well, I don't think
it's
so.
tightish, isn't it?
I don't like the looks of that. I wouldn't be shooting at that.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's...
He got it in, but it didn't get the...
It needed more pace, didn't it? But then again, it might not have went in. More pace.
It wouldn't have gone in. So let's see what he decides to do here. You could take a whack at it right now with the one yellow that's by the red. I'm kind of surprised he's not. See the one yellow that he's shooting in the corner pocket by... Maybe he wants to get a better angle. So this is a pretty good angle. Let's see if he shoots at it now.
Yeah, the one next to the red on the right side.
Yeah. Well, and that's the same one as last time. You know, I mean, and the reason why I like that shot is because the other red there gives you a shot in the side pocket. See, the problem is you get rid of... Now he's going to shoot the red that was his safety escape ball. What he should have done was last shot of the shot before, shot the other yellow and gone across and tried to hit the yellow and red together, because he always had the yellow in the middle of the table in the side pocket.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't
do that.
You know, that red that's next to the yellow on the right side there, I'm surprised it was staring him in the face to pot that yellow and go for the bump. But the problem is, if he'd gone to the back of that yellow, he would have maybe pushed that yellow in towards the two reds.
I think he might have realized that too late. He had two pops at it where he could have done it.
Yeah.
And but you always want to look for a ball that, you know, when you're going to run into balls and try to break them out, you always want to look for that safety valve. Where's the ball that I can shoot at after I hit these? And it should have been obvious to him that he should shoot that shot because he had that ball in the middle of the table.
Larry's going to try to get to the rail here on the inside of those two reds. I think that's what he's going to try and do. Because he's got to get one of them out of the way.
Larry needs 10 and SemiPro needs 3. That's more than 3 to 1, so that's not a good situation for Larry.
Steve,
you need help.
Okay. You read that in the chat?
Oh, well, because I said the other day, didn't I say the other day that it looked like there was something wrong with it?
Well, the answer, Larry, is he hasn't looked yet.
No, that's not true. The answer is I've looked and I've fixed the problem.
Oh, you fixed it? Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great news for Larry, isn't it? Poor Larry. Well, he's on the red.
I fixed the issue. It should actually be random now. There were some problems with the code. There was a line of code that got commented out mysteriously.
Well, his odds aren't great in this rack. He's got the bump though. He's blocked the pocket, but blocking the pocket's no good because Semi's got pockets for all his balls, so he'll be... Oh, Stubbs back in again for another little bit. He's typing out his line of text right now and then he's going to leave again. You're too late. There we go. He's had it again. Yeah, well, that'll really please him. Now we need to tab and have a look at the bracket for Friday night 9-ball and see where.
He was in the winners bracket. He might get back before the loser. He's matching the losers is done.
Where are we? Let's have a look. Yeah, and you know what's going to happen now? He's going to be straight onto the Facebook. I'm going to get a load of crap coming in on my phone. Where is he? Right, so he was waiting on Stefan or Spectre Dawn. So he's gone for an hour. So he's going to go to the one loss side regardless. But he brought it on himself. Nobody to blame. I better get the phone ready, because I know what's going to happen. There it is. There we go. Here I'll read it. I'll read them all out to you. Bullshit. Tell him let me back in. I'm in tourney. And
no,
I'm just going to type in. He knows. He knows. You knew. And then I'll just put you numpty. Well, that'll please him. Right, there we go. That's him told. He's going to be doing this for an hour now. Well, Larry's going. Well, I'm attempting fate here. He's going to get a consolation rack. He's going to try and
Well, he gets the next break too.
He's going to try and beat what Potman got. I think Potman got 5 racks against SemiPro.
Well, SemiPro started with 2 what you would call in-offs on the break. So
2
it
scratches,
was,
yeah. Well,
there's Larry.
Larry's at it now. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's not what Larry needed there.
Well, this rack's over, isn't it? Because these balls are sitting good.
Well, let's see which ones he decides to take here.
I don't think
He's probably going to take the reds, but he could take the yellows.
Does that yellow go past? Well, see, that yellow there's tight, but in past the red that's the rail there into the corner. He might. I think he's going to plump for the reds. I think that's pretty good, because then he doesn't have to worry about that yellow. It's amazing how tough it is when you've got a free shot and you start bouncing around the table looking at what ball to take first on a free shot. He's back again.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite sure what I would do here, because I haven't played this game tons, and this free shot thing is I'm sure there's some peculiarities to what you should do. Doesn't matter. He's got a free shot.
He's got another shot.
He got the ball out of there that was blocked, although it's in a little better spot. He's going to shoot this one and go to the rail. And we'll probably stun this and shoot the next one in the side pocket, is my guess. Yeah. Shoot this in the side.
Now this one that's bottom right here, he wants to get rid of that fairly soon, I would think. I don't think he wants to be messing about down here. Well, he's hung it up, and well, if Larry's going to win this rack from this visit, he's going to have to cut that yellow that's on the below the side pocket as we look, and play the combo. It's an all or nothing shot.
Yeah, well, he needs to shoot the ball in front of the pocket now and get it out of there. That's the first thing you need to do, is get the ball out of there that's blocking. Shooting any other ball is a mistake unless you absolutely cannot get position from there, and I think he can, so get that ball out of there, and then, you take your time getting to the other one. In
one sense, that's true. He's opening the pocket doing that, but then his next course of action is to find a way to go on that. He's got 2 balls down here to go on that yellow.
I'm surprised he didn't hit that harder and try to come up around the head spot, shoot one of those. Shoots the yellow in the side pocket.
Now, why is he not taking this? Why is he not taking the other one? Because I think he can get to it. Well, he's got an angle, so he can get across. He can get below it. He needs to slow up though. Your little dinky shots, he's.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, and of course the problem with this shot is he's got to watch the pace on it, because the further he comes out into the table, the more that red comes into play. So he spun it
Watch
across,
out,
and he's
watch out.
oh
boy.
I think he's dead in the water again.
You know, he's making this really tough.
Well,
you know, the pattern he's playing is not very good, and
he can't get to the bank either, I don't think. Oh,
no, I think he can. I
can he
think
tweak
he
it?
can bank this if he throws a little.
Yeah.
He's jacking up, but I don't even think you need to jack up. If you're going to hit it with speed, you do. Oh, that's probably going to do it there. SemiPro's probably not going to hang another ball up.
Right, Stub. Steve will explain to you why you get kicked. Stubbs in the stream chat, so I think it's more than obvious why you get kicked. You've been in and out 3 times typing crap, and it was already on the card that you were going to get kicked, not just muted. Yeah, you'll play your one lost side match, Stubb. Don't worry. You'll be back in time for that.
Maybe.
That's the price you pay for being an umpty. No, you're not banned for smoking. Oh, you're banned for behaving like a 2-year-old. Uh-oh, hang on a minute.
Oh, look at this
hang
shot.
on a minute.
What the heck was that?
Played for the little bump in the yellow there and missed it.
Well, he shouldn't have been playing for the bump on the yellow. He should have drawn that a little and just kind of came off the rail soft. That was just terrible.
Oh, that...
And, you know, those are the kind of mistakes that a player at semi-pros level just should not be making. I mean, that's just...
Well,
we'll remember what I said about being careless before? There it is.
Yeah,
right
well,
there.
the thing is, Steve, it's a lot easier being careless when you're 10-4 up and it's alternate break. It's a lot easier having a shot like that. You know, if that shot had happened in the first rack, that'd be him on his own back. But he'll get over that, no problem at this stage.
But if that shot's happening now, it's going to happen when he's playing Albin or Cobra, and it's 10-10, and then he loses the match. I mean, you can't be doing that.
Uh-oh.
I know he didn't hit it into the place in the pocket he meant to, but still, I mean, he tried to stun that. He should have drawn it.
Look at what Larry's done. No, this ain't good.
Larry's going to make this.
That's well played. Well, he's still going to have to get the cut, though. Made it hard. Yeah, YouTube is the only stream pot man for the foreseeable future, and he's overdone it. He's overdone it. Oh! It went in its last breath.
It looks good now.
Well, SemiPro back with a break, and
he's got to take the reds.
Yeah, he's going to play the little bump, and now he's good to go. If he can see the red up table, which he can dig the one into the side.
Stop shot, then shoot the one into the other side. It's stop. It's a bunch of stop shots. So he's going to go down there, which I'm not quite sure why he's doing that. And he's locked himself up. I don't understand why he just didn't shoot the one straight in the side pocket. And then he had another one straight in the side pocket. All it was a stop shot. I don't understand why he even shot that ball. He had stop shot, win. And instead, he shoots the ball down table and ends up having to kick at balls. So he's gone completely brain dead now. I mean, this is complete goofiness.
Well, he's not quite over the line, but he's approaching it. But Larry, if he can get his act together here, 2 things in his favour. If he gets the rack and gets it on the board, he'll be breaking next rack.
Really the only thing wrong with this match for Larry is that it took SemiPro won 10 games before he went goofy. If he would have went goofy a little earlier, Larry would have won for sure. Now it's like, now SemiPros get a chance to recover from this. He's done dumb things 2 racks in a row. That's the thing is you just, you can't be careless. You got to play the right patterns. Keep it simple. And that's how he got a big lead. And all of a sudden, it's like he wants to do squirrely things.
You know what makes matters worse, Stub? I'm sure I've got to have 1 or 2 mods on YouTube that can deal with YouTube as well without me having to tab out. That's going to the rail too soon.
Well, now the challenge here is...
well, he's got to play the bank on that red, hasn't he? If he gets down on it.
Yeah, yeah, but it's difficult to get a shot on the 8. I mean, I'm not sure that he needs to get the yellow out of there.
Yeah,
he's going to roll into it, and let's see what he can do with the cue ball.
Get that to follow in, which he has, and now it's all easy.
Yeah, I guess it was deep enough that really wasn't a hard shot. And again, he recognizes the situation and takes advantage.
So SemiPro 2 away. Well, Larry had his chance there. He sent that ball to the rail too soon, and they don't go in on this table when you do that. There's no cheating the pockets like you do in the 9-ball table.
Be interesting to see what he picks here. Let's see, does that one yellow does go. I think he's almost got to take yellows, except I don't know that he's got a shot on the yellow. He does not have... No, he does have a shot on the yellow. Of course, this other yellow is not very good either, so... That'd be interesting to see. I mean, either one of them's okay. That's a nice little play there.
Yeah, playing it off them to open them up.
Solved all problems in one shot.
8-ball's a bit dodgy though, where it's sat though.
Yeah, but it goes, where the red's hung in the pocket, so...
Does it?
And he's got a ball close to it.
Oh, yeah. It does, yeah. Yeah.
He's got a ball close to it, so, oh boy, this might not be good.
I think he's corner hooked here as far as playing the red up table goes, yeah. Plus he's snooker.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but I'm sure this wasn't it.
Yeah, he's going to give up the table here, no doubt about that, but it's going to be, again, hard work for Larry.
I think what I'd try to do is stun into these reds and slide the cue ball over and try to pin the cue ball between the yellow and the rail. You can use the other guy's balls to, play safe with. As long as he doesn't have a shot, I think I'd stun, because it clears these 2 reds up, and then, it's not that hard a shot to stun this over and get it under the yellow. I mean, it's probably only 50-50 that he's going to end up not leaving a shot, but I mean, that's...
Is he looking to try and manufacture something here? He's looking... I don't know what he's doing.
He's trying to get lucky is what he's doing. It's a stub shot. So we saw some stubbish there.
Yeah, that might not be bad though, the way that yellow's rolled out, because it's stuck against the red. And Larry's not potting that unless he banks it.
Yeah, he could bank it right now if he wants to. I just don't know that that's the wisest thing to do at this point.
Don't wind him up, Hog. What's the password? The password is behave. That's what the password is.
I thought the password was numpty.
Yeah, he just doesn't learn.
Well, he's got a nice angle here to run into those 2 balls. And I'm sure he's going to try that. He's got to shoot this red and run into the red-yellow that are paired up. It's a simple shot. I don't know what he's taking so long at, but this is like obvious what you got to do. Cut the red in the corner and run into the the other two, you're going to come up with a shot. You got two other reds to come up with a shot, plus the one you're bumping.
Well, there's the bad news stuff.
This is like automatic.
Spectre Dawn's already in the room, or about to be in the room, waiting on you. And then you're heading over to the one loss side.
That wasn't very good. He had to put some English on that. He did not. Not quite sure what he was thinking there. I can't imagine he wasn't thinking of running into those balls, but he didn't hit it the way it needed to be hit.
You see what also you're getting, Stub, when you come into the stream, you're getting wound up in the stream.
Well, that was the best thing that could happen. I'm not sure if he was trying to hang it in the pocket, but that was the best thing that could happen, was hanging that red in the pocket.
Yeah, Larry's in, he's in it up to his neck here.
You better just hope that you better just hope that your loser's bracket match is not going to expire before you get back in. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of chance of that, because it looks to me like another match has to be played before that. And then let's see.
Is Stubb groveling, is he? Is he groveling? Say pretty please. Uh-oh. It's gone south. Well, hasta la vista, baby. SemiPro should be on the hill. And that's what I'm going to next up. I'm going to be watching the rest of Friday Night 9-Ball once this match is finished, so you can stay in the channel and keep an eye out on what's happening. That was a nice pace. Well, now he's got to play. Is he got to play the little dink across, or he was playing a little dink in?
Roll this in the pocket now. Because it really doesn't matter how you get on this red, you're going to get a shot on the 8-ball.
Pretty please. He said pretty please, Steve. Does that cut any ice? Nope. So SemiPro.
I think there's going to be a man on Mars before Stubb learns.
Yeah. Well, SemiPro's break. Well, this match is over. I'm saying it now because he's going for yellows. And it's done and dusted.
It was a well-played match by Semi, except for the mental lapses. And, I guess everybody should be happy Semi has mental lapses, because if he doesn't, then he's going to be winning at least half these World Championships.
This has went well for him tonight. It's sustaining that through the tournament and dealing with those mental lapses, or when you don't get the roll of the ball, or it goes funny for you, So.
This is a game that he plays the best, so he's got a big advantage in pub 8-ball games, because this is a game he knows and is the most comfortable with, and when you're comfortable, it's easier not to have mental lapses. Although SemiPro has shown that he can still have them. And he got funny. See, that's coming up. You could have been on the other side of this and been fine. And he comes up short. See, that's inexcusable.
It's a big pocket down here, Steve, though. Look at this. Yeah. A big pocket.
I understand that. But one of the things that you... Very basic thing between becoming like a good B player to an A player, and I'm not talking about VP ratings, is that you learn which side of the ball to come up on. Because one side's always better than the other, and you don't come up on the wrong side like he just did. It's just careless.
Oops, caps lock on. We're all waiting on you coming into the room, Stubb, but you're nowhere to be seen. Let's have a look at the bracket and see what we can go in and watch. Well, coldest pillows wait. The good news for Stubb is that well, it's not quite so good. Christian 6. In fact, it's gone 6-all between Christian and Eloquenti, and then of course the winner of this goes through to play coldest pillow. So well played, SemiPro.
Yeah, let's see if unban even works, because last time I checked, I couldn't unban anybody.
That's unusual. I think, did Simon not do that last week? It does work, Steve, because Simon did it when he kicked Stubb 2 weeks ago.
No, I don't think unban works.
Well, it must do, because it must work, because Simon kicked him and all those other real polling powers all at the same time, and then and then he let him back in. Oh, well, that's good news, Stubb. No more Friday night 9-ball for him either.
Yeah, well, it won't find them for starters in the list. I mean, I need to work on this because this thing's not working right.
Well, Christian now, just get that cue ball up the table. Or what does he need? Is he on the 6-ball? Yes. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't get the cue ball up the table. Well, this is why players leave them till far too much to do. Anything just to get that cue ball up the table on the 8-ball, he didn't even play it. Yeah, you should be fired up, Stubb.
Yeah, I can't even find his ban. Yeah, there's problems with this administrator interface for bans.
Well, I'm sure Simon got it working 2 weeks ago. Right, so Eloquenti goes through.
I don't even see him in the ban list, so you know.
Right, so now we've got coldest pillow against Eloquenti, and then that match with Stubb inspected on should be about to time out. And where does that one go? Let's have a look.
Yeah,
well, the other good news is that Stubb's got a little while to wait in the one-loss side, because there's only going to be one player through in a minute, and then another one-loss player is going to have to come across from this match.
Well,
yeah.
I can't unban him because he doesn't show up in the list. So there's nothing I can do about it. There goes Spectre Dawn through.
Well, ask Simon, because he got it working. He found him.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Stubb.
What makes you think that?
Well, because Stubb was unbanned when we told him. When we told Simon, that he kicked Stubb thinking that all of those profiles were Stubbs, and we told him that they weren't. And then Stubb got back into the lobby. So Simon got it working.
It's not showing up now.
No, I can't work that out. Right, so coldest pillow playing Eloquenti, and I think there was a match just started there. That one, of course, with Christian going through, and then the one below it you've got who's that? Miskin against Brainful Out. They've and Brainful Out is already 2-0 down, so Brainful Out's got his work cut out there. You've got Travelling TT playing P Miko, and down in the bottom you've got Stefan and DJ Redo playing. Right, so that room should be about to go up, but it's not already up. Let's get in.
I wonder why he's not showing up in the banned user list. That's interesting.
Well, I take it it's got does a list just show up, or do you have to search for his name? And is it the same sort of search system that's on the internal browser where you have to type in a few letters and then delete one?
No, I got all kinds of ways I can search for him. I can search for him by user ID. I can search for him by email, or I can search by him for his player name. I got all kinds of ways I can search for him.
Now, how come
it's not working?
I mean, well,
there he is. Okay, I finally found him. It's just none of the filtering's working.
So this is a scratch match. I mean, these guys, with the greatest respect to Coldest Pillow, who, if he's listening in the stream, these guys aren't going to get this match over quick. This could be the best part of an hour, this match.
Okay, I unbanned him. So it'll only cost him one match.
Right, you can come back in now, Stub.
Or theoretically, you can come back in.
Well, theoretically you can come back in, but you said you weren't coming back in if you didn't get to play Spectre Dawn, so we'll bid you good night then if you've got nothing else to do with your time.
Good match, SemiPro. Well played.
Yeah, well done.
Need to get rid of those mental lapses. You had a few of them, but other than that, you played really well.
Got to sustain that through the tournament. What one good match doesn't win you the tournament. And there's always that. There's always the two big threats that are there. Not naming names.
Costed one match for nothing. No, it wasn't for nothing. It was for spamming.
Yeah, he's well aware of why he got kicked. I mean, he's really dumb if he hadn't worked that out yet. Well, Spectre Dawn's the odds-on favourite to win this tonight, I would say, but then again, that's no different. Larry isn't there.
I like the idea by Coldest Pillow. The execution wasn't good enough, but I like the idea of playing safe there. This is just roll it. Oh, boy.
By the way, SemiPro, here's a question for you, seeing as you're the rules expert. That shot you played, I don't know what balls you were on, whether it was red or yellow, but the one where you potted the ball in the corner, the cue ball come across to the rail, the cue ball bumps the 8 ball and the 8 ball goes in. I was very surprised, and so were most of the people watching, that was deemed a legal shot, where you pot your own ball and then you've nudged the 8 ball and you've fluked the 8 ball and it gives you the rack. That's a bit of a rec rule, is it not, SemiPro? But what I queried is that you couldn't bill your red and knock that, or your yellow and knock that 8 ball, and you have to legally pot your ball and then fluke the 8 ball.
I'm calling BS on that, SemiPro, because it was bring the ball out, stop shot, or just roll it and then shoot the 8 in the side, and you came up short. Yeah, once you came up short, you shot it in. You shot it in the corner, but
yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the one that he fluked though, Steve. Remember that one? The one where he potted his ball when the cue ball slams across the table, bumps the 8 ball, and he banks the 8 ball into the side or the corner, wherever it went. I'm very surprised that that's deemed a legal shot.
You should, if you ever move to the U.S., make sure you move to the South, because you're going to fit right in.
I'm surprised SemiPro didn't say, that's the only shitty rule that we've got in Blackball, where you can luck out like that to win a rack.
Now that's a good play there. Coldest Pillow is, he's been paying attention. His execution needs to get a little better, but he's playing smart. That's a very good play there. Know
your limitations, and when you've got the chance to bury them, bury them.
Well, that's not a matter of limitations. That's a matter of making the right play. There's no limitation there.
Doesn't help when that happens, though.
Well,
Eloquenti kicked it in.
Safety could have been better. He could have got him locked on the 9, and he didn't. And that's why you want to do it, because your chance of getting ball in hand is much higher, and the chances of that happening is much lower. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, almost shit it in twice.
As he came into the lobby, I haven't noticed whether he's come in.
Well, I understand that, Semi, and that's what I was saying, is that the shot that you came up short on the other ball was a sin. And the reason I'm saying it was a sin was because you could have rolled long and been fine. Coming up short was the
he's back in.
Only thing you couldn't do. I mean, it's a simple thing. Usually one side of the line or the other is better, and you don't want to come up on the wrong side of the line. And for a player at your level, you should not be doing that. You should be aware of that and making sure that if I'm coming up on one side of the line or the other, it's the side of the line that I have room on.
I think Steve, what Steve's really saying is he's giving you a 6 out of 10 for performance tonight. Not much more than that, if any.
Oh no, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10.
Oh, you're giving him an 8? That's generous.
No, he played well. I mean, but it's the mistakes that he shouldn't make. The mental lapses. Those are the things he's got to get rid of. That's what's keeping him from winning more world championships. I mean, the thing about this game is that you can do a lot of stuff great, but it's the things that you do wrong that hurt you. Look at it this way, Hugh. You can do 90% of the stuff right and 10% wrong, and you're not going to be very good. That 10% is going to hurt you a lot more than the 90% helps you. And, I mean, that match, SemiPro probably did 99% right and 1% wrong. So which is good, but the bad part is the things that he did wrong were, most of them were things that he shouldn't have done wrong. They were avoidable.
Well,
I just want to see him play better, because he should be dominant. He should be the dominant player in this thing. He should be, like Albin and Cobra, where he's winning these things all the time.
My intention, Patrick, is to cover the rest of this tournament and then go to bed. Not necessarily in that order. Usually I'm already in bed about 8:30 in my head, because this is the time of night where I start to go downhill.
This is just a crazy match. These guys are all over the place. This is actually a lot of fun to watch. Now, when you see two guys that play at this level, play for a lot of money, and I've seen it. I've seen guys that play like this play for like $10,000. It is really exciting.
It's crazy.
Because anything could happen, I mean, it's really exciting. You watch really good players play, and they just run out all the time and stuff. But you watch a couple guys that play about this level, and it's going to be exciting, because they both are capable enough of doing a lot, but they're going to make mistakes, especially when they're playing for 10,000.
Well, I've got an excuse for falling asleep tonight, because I woke up about 3:15 this morning, and I won't go into detail, but when I woke up, I had the inclination that I had a dodgy stomach, and that was me up. An hour before I should have been out of my bed, so I am going to pay for it tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm tired too. I stayed up and watched the Laker game.
Oh dear.
Is that a good excuse?
That's a guy's excuse if ever you've heard one.
Hey, you got to have your priorities right.
I'm telling you, this match will take the best part of an hour.
Yeah, well, Stubb wouldn't have made it back in for his match, probably. Well, they got one more match after this. He might have. I should have made him sweat more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Stubb, I was nice to you this time. Next time, I'm not unbanning you.
Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that, Steve. It should be next time you don't do what you're doing, and then you don't incur the wrath of the super admin. That's what you don't do.
Stubb only learns by one way, and that's pain. That's the only thing that's the only way he learns is pain. But you know, the thing is that most people are like that. You know, I say this all the time. You know, these people that say about, you know, getting better at stuff of, you know, you should support them and you should praise them. And you hear I talk to SemiPro, because patronizing people and tell them how great they are isn't going to make them better. The best learning experiences are pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you make that kind of mistakes, a couple of those that SemiPro made, and he makes those mistakes and he loses a match. That's the best learning experience, because it's pain is what teaches you. Success does not teach you. Pain teaches you. All success does is give you confidence, but it doesn't teach you to play better. Pain does that. And that's why you can't become a great player unless you have good competition. Because if you don't have the competition, where's the pain going to come from?
Well, I think he is special, Mark. You know where I'm coming from when I say he's special. You know, he's one of those special people who are they're challenged in a certain way, if you know what I mean.
You're special. Yeah, that's the kind of special he is. Special needs.
Yeah, he's one of those special people. That's the politically correct way of saying it nowadays. You know, back in the day, it'd be all sorts, but Stubb knows what he is. He's nuts.
Well, I will say this about Stubb. He's consistent, and I can respect consistency. But you always know what you're going to get. Well, this is a very good safety.
Right, what's the deal, Stubb? I've got to hear this. I've got to hear what this is. What's the deal?
Well, Stubb, you better stop while you're ahead, because you ain't going to like the deal.
Right.
Well, he needs to draw this back and bump the 9 ball.
Try and get a bump, yeah.
Well, he could play. He doesn't have to play for the bump, but, I mean, boy, that's tough getting behind it. I would have played for the bump because I thought it was either trying to get behind it. But he's got an easy safety.
No, here we go.
Get the ball to the rail.
Yeah.
See, he needed to stun that. He kind of tried to roll forward. He kind of needed to stun it over. Even if you don't get the lock on the 9 ball in that situation, sometimes getting the lock is really tricky. But stunning it over and getting a hook where it's not locked against the ball is super easy. And in that situation, getting a lock is really hard. He should have just played to stun it over and make sure that he got the snooker.
What's this? Who the hell's that? Who's Din Guy Endon? Who the hell is that? I'm not opening that up. Anyway, I can't see that result because I've got my little logo in front of it. The little live thing. Who was it? That was Miskin that was playing Brainful Out, wasn't it? Now, where are they? I can't see them in the bracket. That was a one-loss side match, wasn't it? Why can't I see these people on the... Oh, there it is. Right, so Miskin has taken out Brainful Out by 4 racks to 3, final rack decider. So now that match is underway. We're just about to start with Miskin and Wink at Me. And then Stubb will play the winner of that one.
All right, I'm going to go get some stuff done.
Right.
Yeah, let me know if you see anything wrong with the draw. I mean, the draw for Friday Night 9 ball should have been that should have been truly random.
Well, we would have only found out that if Larry was in it, because he always ends up at the top 2 in the bracket usually. Pretty much a guarantee that's where he's going to be. Larry will tell you that. That's usually what happens every week.
Well, if it's working the way it's supposed to work now, that shouldn't happen anymore.
Right.
Let's see. See, like Chimpy, is Chimpy yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for these players to see any. Trying to. If I could spell Christian. Yeah. I'm having a hard time telling. Brain fell out. Let's see.
Steve's about to leave the building, Stubb, so, and I don't think he's even interested in what you're proposing. You just have to, what's the other phrase that's used? Eat it up, or whatever. What is it you call it? Soak it up, or whatever, or suck it up. And just accept your lot in life that you're going to be playing on the one-loss side and nothing's going to be changed.
Yeah,
right.
Don't, let's see here.
The coldest pillow with a 4 racks to 1 lead.
Spectre Don not playing in this black ball tournament?
No, he's never played in one, and again, I think that's to his own detriment that he hasn't done it. You know, it's if he puts himself through those learning processes, he could be, you know, giving himself all these chances to win a big tournament. He likes to prefer to play in his comfort zone. Well, fair play to him. He played in the straight pool, but I think, you know, he's maybe had his fingers burnt doing that, and then he's going to make sure he steered well clear of that black ball tournament.
Yeah, I think the draw's working. We'll wait for Larry to see. You know, you just never know, because if it's random, you could still end up at the top.
Yeah, but you know, I've never seen Larry down at the bottom of the draw.
Yeah, he will be now. Yeah, he should be now. At some point.
Well, we'll look out for that next week. That'll be the test.
Yeah, well, we got to draw tonight, right? Isn't there going to be a draw tonight? Isn't Larry in that tournament?
What tournament?
The 3 cushion.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hang on a minute. I forgot. It starts. Let's have a look. Well, it'll be my time on the page. Let me check. Where are we? In fact, I haven't looked at it for a few days to see how many are actually in it. It says
there's 16. There's a minimum amount.
Oh, that's okay. Now, according to that, it's
Larry's not in it. Larry is not in it.
Oh, he's not in it.
I can't believe Larry plays in all these. I can't believe Larry's not in it. Well, he might join at the last second. You know, Larry. A lot of times he joins at the last second.
Well, he's going to ruin the bracket if he does that. But
okay.
Yeah, you'll get Wink at Me, Tommy, Tenor 144, never heard of him. Shibo, Serra, I've seen that name, but I mean, presumably these are guys. That Kylan's, and who was the other guy? I don't see him in it. The 3 cushion player, he didn't sign up. I never get any response from my message, my email that I sent out to that German guy, Kerr, who hasn't been here for 4 years. I didn't hold out a great deal of hope, but I told him the tournament was on. Kim Sung Min, Capo's in it. Oh, he'll be banging, but Capo's the one you want to watch. He'll be banging 3 cushion balls all over the place. Cobra's there, Interchange X, Fast Eddie, Chiku, who'll be a fairly strong player, I think. Albinario and SemiPro.
Well, Stubbs in it, so that'll be interesting.
Stubbs in it. It'll be interesting to see how Stubb plays it. He might go the Capo route.
Is Stubb in this black ball tournament?
Yes, he is.
He isn't. Well, that's sort of interesting. So,
So a quick look at the bracket. Round 2 matches, we've got John Boo against Albinario, Coldest Pillow against MC Clarkey. We've got SemiPro through to round 3. Cobra is lying in wait on the winner of the match tomorrow night between LS3 and Handful of Potatoes. Now, that match, I'm going to take a bet that it might not go ahead because I've never seen Handful of Potatoes in the lobby, and LS3 might end up getting a bye. But that's due to start at 4 PM your time, Steve, tomorrow night, and that's too late for me. So hopefully Slim will get it if he's available. But that's if it goes ahead. Fast Eddie got that forfeit against Zangetsu, which was unfortunate, but Fast Eddie's through to round 3, and Stubb is lined up to play Mark Sharp. And Mark's good enough to give him trouble. So he is. It could be a good match between those two, and again, that's more likely to be played at Slim's time, US time, because they're both in the States, so that might be one that Slim will be available to cover. And then, of course, Slim himself is up against Chase One around. What's the deadline for these matches? October the 11th?
November.
November
30th.
Yeah.
October 30th for the first round.
Right. So, yeah, Slim against Chase One around, still to arrange their match. Brain pull out with a bye. Bankster and Little Wolf, I think, are playing Sunday. I might be wrong about that. It's either Saturday, Sunday, I can't remember. And Christian's waiting on the winner of that. So, Stubb's going to have a tester in that match.
Bankster, Little Wolf is Sunday. It would be 1800 or 1600 your time, right? Yeah, 1600 your time.
Right. So where have we got to in this match? We've got Coldest Pillow 5-2 up, Eloquent at the table.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Right, Steve, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for streaming. Yep.
I'll bid you good night.
Good luck, guys.
Good day. See you later.
Yeah, later.
Take care. I'll just tab out and close down, what do you call it, Discord. Now where is it? Make sure I close down the right one. Right, now we're good to go. Now that was the other thing I wanted to check, who this guy is. He's probably not in the lobby anymore. Done whatever his name is. Oh, there he is. Well, according to that, he's from Vietnam. He's a gratis player from Vietnam. No, I can't get rid of that. Right, that's it. Let's see what else is going on here. Right, Stubbs just about to play Wink at Me. Now, what happened to Miskin? He's forfeiting his match. He wins a match and now he's forfeited the match against Wink at Me. So, right, well, we're going to head out. In fact, we'll do that right now. Coldest Pillow's like one rack away from going through. No, I didn't, Mark. I haven't seen much of the snooker at all. I kept forgetting it. It's actually on D-Max on the freeview channels. You know that? although it's on Discovery Plus and TNT for me online, it's actually on D-Max during, in fact it'll be on now, on that D-Max channel, which is up past 30 odd on your Freeview. You maybe didn't even realise that, but I found that out the other night there. I didn't know that D-Max showed it, but no, I haven't seen him. He's obviously, he can't be a well-known player if he's using a carbon snooker cue. That's why the next thing in my list was to get Steve to do a carbon snooker cue for us as well. Right, let's get out of here. We'll leave these guys to it, and we'll go and see how Stubb gets on. Now, what's happened to Wink at Me? Is he, because Wink at Me's been known to sign up and then disappear. Let's leave the room. Hang on. I think Stubbs got lucky here. I think he's got lucky. He can't play the next match. I never noticed that. Where did he type that? Right, he's got to run. Good luck in the next. So there, Stubb got payback there. He's got a free. He's got a free. Well, we might as well go back into the other match then. Uh-oh. I think I might have just jinxed Eloquenti there. I've come in and he's scratched. Oh dear. We're down to 3 in the live stream now. It's amazing what happens. People maybe going for a coffee, maybe come back. I think more people will come back to catch the final. I'll have a quick drink. So Coldest Pillow should be over the line. And I would imagine getting a fairly generous handicap in his next match. So well done to Coldest Pillow. And we'll have a quick confirmation that we have a hot seat match at 10 minutes to 9. No, we don't have a hot seat match. Yes, we do have a hot seat match. I'm looking at the bracket trying to work out. Yes, it is a hot seat match. And, well, I was saying generous. He's getting the 8 ball. I thought he'd be getting something like 7 and out. Maybe Spectre Dawn's rating has dropped a bit. Well, it must have, because I thought he'd been getting more than that. So that's a bit of a surprise. Right, so we'll head in. And Stubb, of course, waiting in that room, just waiting and timing out. Oh, is it the 6 ball? My eyes are so bloody bad, and I'm sitting right in front of the PC, and I keep telling him, and I've already told Steve to make it. Yeah, it is the 6 ball. I've got to lean right across to see it. It's just not a good contrast for me, that background. It never has been. So we're in the room, nobody's here yet. Waiting on them both arriving. Well, 6 ball is generous. You know, the incentive is there for Coldest Pillow to string a few balls together here. But you're not going to get a lot of opportunities. And when you don't get a lot of opportunities against a player that's Spectre on, it puts even more emphasis on you making the most of what you do get. And if you don't think you can run out, then make sure Spectre Dawn can't run out. That's the other rule. It's an easy pattern to follow. It's an easy guide. It's pot what you can, but if you can't get the next one, then make sure Spectre Dawn can't. Spectre Dawn likes to take his time to get into the room. Now you see how big this table looks now compared to the pub table. This table looks huge. And for any of you who didn't even look at the live stream I was doing when VP4 was down, I went into Shooter's Pool during the week and had a look around. I actually started a game of Cowboy, alternate Cowboy, and then I was looking around at some of the rooms. There were 500 people showing online, and those are now when you boot up your PC. I think the services for Shooter's Pool are running in the background, so it shows you that you're online. You're not necessarily in the lobby, but 348 were in the lobby in the middle of the afternoon. And the other very curious thing was, and there was, I think there was, who was it was in the stream with me for a wee while. There was quite a lot of Southeast Asian people were in the lobby. I mean, they'd all these sort of Vietnamese names. Went into a room where they were playing doubles. They were playing, I think it was 8-ball doubles they were playing. And the 4 guys that were in the room, they were all as if they were from, that part of the world, because their names were all suggesting that they were that part of the world. There was quite a few rooms with what looked like Vietnamese names and that sort of thing. And it seems to be they've got a big influx of players coming from that part of the world and playing the game. Now, admittedly, maybe quite a few of them are what we call gratis in here, but it's 300 odd people, and there was rooms with like 6 people in it. There was one that had 10 in it, believe it or not, and we struggle some nights to get 40 in VP4. That's a painful thing. Well, Spectre Dawn should already be off the mark here. Simple enough table. That match, the match with Wink at Me and Stubb should have timed out, or it's about to. It still hasn't yet, but that'll pop up as a result any time now. I mean, it is not the first time that Wink at Me's done that. He signs up for the tournament. I mean, he obviously hasn't got an idea how long this tournament takes. I mean, on average, it's 3.5 hours. And he's done it before. He'll maybe win his first match or end up the one-loss side, and then he disappears. And there we go, confirmation. Stubb has gone through. So he's now waiting on the winner of that match with DJ Redo and Eloquenti, and they're 1 apiece at the moment. And meanwhile, Coldest Pillow, I don't know, well, it's a scratch from I keep saying SemiPro, I don't know why, Spectre Dawn, so ball in hand. And that 5-ball can be got at. Oh, no. It can be got at. I think there's just enough room to get to that 5. You've got to play it really well to be able to play that cut in the 5. So that's going to give you the best chance. That's pretty good. That's like where you want to be. And now it's just about the pace in the cue ball to come across the table twice and back out into the table without bumping something, or bumping like that's not doing any harm. That'll be fine. So one apiece. So this 6 ball is very dangerous for Spectre Dawn, especially when he's just scratched. Watch the cue ball. Coldest Pillow's going to play the push out. And the way this yellow ball's sitting, this 1 ball, it's more than likely that he could be put back in here. And that's exactly what's happened. And now you've got to come up with something that doesn't leave Spectre Dawn an easy starter. Oh, that is almost dead, I think. Couldn't have finished any worse than that. I think it's almost dead. It's looking like it's going to the point. That 9 ball. Yeah, well, it's gone to the point. It just caught it, but didn't quite catch it enough to prevent it from going in. So that was really unlucky that 1 ball finished stone dead in the 9, as it proved to be. So Spectre Dawn back into the lead. I think he's come up dry as well, though. And this could be a 1-6 combo, though it's not sitting great, but there is the possibility. Well, he's actually ended up, I don't know whether he played to pot it or whether he did play the combo, but he's going to be in trouble in a minute. Well, that's the angle there to get the kick. Maybe, let's have a look. I think there is the angle there past that 8 ball. He needs to have another look at that, because I'm pretty certain he could get to that 3 ball. Not the 3 ball, the 1 ball. I'm sure that there was enough there. You could from this angle here, you could play that with a bit of right English to straighten the cue ball and try and catch that 1. There wasn't much room, admittedly. Let's just have another look across here, see how things are going. DJ Redo 2-1 in front against Eloquente. Now, loads of room to drop onto that 6 ball. As long as he gets the decent angle on the 5, he's going to have no problem, and that's perfect. There's no way you can't be on the 6 into this. Well, I presume he's just going to roll it into the bottom right hand corner. Is he going to tuck? You know, he could have done going across a bit more than that. I mean, okay, you can drop it dead weight into the side, but I'd much rather have been playing it comfortably up the rail. You can never miss that. He dropped it in. Well, when you're 3-1 down against Spectre Dawn, your odds aren't that great, but when you're getting a 6-ball, the match can turn quickly. We've seen it happen before. Well, 4 ball has gone in, 1 ball is no good. It won't bank, so he's going to try and tuck it behind the 3, 6, 8 and 5 and run up the table, and he hasn't got away with it. He hasn't got the cover. Well, the 3 ball, you can get to it, but the 8 ball is a big hindrance where the 8 ball's sitting. And at best, he's going to probably have to play a cut in this 3 ball. This is not great. Now, has he got enough room to get there? Oh, that's pretty good. Just a little dink in, 5 ball into the side. And this will do. Got on that 3 ball, absolutely perfect. And now it's plain sailing. Well, a couple of balls had a look in the pockets, but decided against it. Breaks dry, Spectre Dawn with a shot in the 1. He's going to have to manufacture either a billiard off that 2 ball onto the 4. It looks like the easiest option, to be honest with you. It's probably better just cutting this 1 ball into the bottom corner and just coming out into the table to be able to play the billiard. You're then relying on luck. I mean, the billiard is definitely on. I mean, that's on 100%. It's just got to hope to keep the 2 ball there. See, the 2 ball just leaked out, and now it's set where it's stone dead in the combo in the 3 though. Although you're not sitting at a great angle to play it. He's decided why to take a risk like that when you can make it awkward, and that was the right shot. And Cold as Pillow has caught the 8 ball, and that's the big sellout. So Spectre Dawn, Gilt Edge Gift to open that gap again. Anthony McGill's using the carbon cue, the Scottish guy. Oh, well, he's obviously getting a good deal in sponsorship to be playing with that, I bet you. I bet you that cost a fair few quid. That queue, and the company that's got him the queue, I bet you they sell a few. You'll get a few of the snooker players trying one out, and we've had a result there. Can't see the result again, but DJ Redo has gone through 4 racks to 1, and so that's Stubbs' next opponent. And DJ Redo is getting, what's he getting? Is he getting the 6 ball as well, or is that the 5 ball? Well, DJ Redo's getting the 5 ball. That could inflict damage on Stubb. That. So as expected, Spectre Dawn comfortably through it to complete the rack. 4-2 lead again, or 2 rack gap again, I should say. But he's dry. Oh, this is going to have to be a 3 ball combo, and that's not sitting good for a 3 ball combo though. Yeah, because the 2 balls cutting across the 7, so he's got to duck here. And Spectre Don will be giving this a little pop, maybe try and nudge the 7 in, I think. Going off the long rail, you never know what can happen. Well, at least it's finished really awkward. There's no obvious shot in the 1. However, there is room for the bank. There is room for it. But he's looking just to get distance, but the 1 ball just coming out. There might be enough room for the bank on the 1, but I think he's going for the cut. He's got to avoid traffic, get the cue ball out into the middle of the table, and at best he's going to have a 2-7 combo. That's exactly what he wanted to do with the cue ball, to get it out into the middle of the table. Now he has the choice. He could try and cut it across into the other corner pocket. He can try playing the combo, which is not easy. He's just got to get that line perfect on that 2 ball. And he's gone inside it, but it's still got enough of the pocket. That was well played. 3 ball looks tight on the long rail, is it? No, it isn't. So the 4 ball into the same pocket. This is just get a little nip into the cue ball just to bring it back and out into the table. And quick look, check this 5 ball. 5 ball again off the rail. So no problem here. Quick tab with the Stub DJ Rudu match, and Stubbs already up 1-0. Well, never give up hope if you're getting the 6 ball. There is still time. So 5-2, 3-rack lead. But if Spectre Don gets this break working, it could be all over. He's got a ball, at least 1. And no shot on the 1. See, the problem with playing the push out is that there's two adjacent balls there that Cold as Pillow can try and duck behind. Although the angle he's got here, I mean, he could go for the bank. It might be worthwhile having a go. Well, he's scratched. He hasn't held the cue ball, and that's a disaster. Spectre Don won't be playing the 1-9 combo. The balls are all there, and he should always expect to get out from this position. Another quick look in on Stubb, and oh, he's 2-0 up. All plain sailing from here. So Spectre breaking for the match. Well, he's come up dry. Now the 1 and the 2 ball are fine. Got to stay near the rail for that 3 ball. And then the angle, you didn't want to do that though. You wanted to just go to the rail because you had the angle from inside the 3. Now he's having to run the cue ball and hopes he gets lucky and having a shot in the 4. See, little things like that. You know that when you're playing that 2 ball there, that you had to get to the rail as close as you can, so it's like a dead weight pot, so that you leave yourself the angle to get out of that top left hand corner. That's where Coldest Pillow went wrong there, because he hit the pot in the 2 ball too hard. Well, this is a little tester, and of course you don't want these at the wrong time because Coldest Pillow only needs the 5 and the 6. When it goes, a little brush on the 7. Cue ball would have run out a wee bit further, but he should be fine. He's got a perfect angle to come back across for the 7. He's got nothing to do with the cue ball. Now, he doesn't want to run into the 9. He's avoided that. And he's going to be home and dry and through to yet another Friday night 9 ball final. Like I say, the chances come few and far between against guys like Spectre Dawn, and that's why when you've got a handicap and you get a sniff, you've really got to make the most of them. So Spectre Dawn goes through. Coldest Pillow's heading over to that 1 loss side, and where we're heading, we're going to get in to hopefully try and catch the end of this match. Well, it's all over. Stubbs going to be 3-0 winner, which also means that we'll be immediately into his next match against Coldest Pillow. Well, there's always that chance in a race to 4. You know, your odds are good in a race to 4. In fact, your odds are far better in a race to 4 than they are in that race to 7. And you're going to be getting a handicap. I don't know whether you'll be getting a 6 ball, but it's still pretty good odds. So this is going to update in a wee second. And you're getting the 6 ball again, so you cannot argue with that. That is a generous enough handicap. So we'll get straight into the room. I'll have a quick drink. And Stubb is disconnected. Oh God. He's no running crap again, is he? We've not got any balls on the table. Did he empty the balls? Haven't reset. I think I'm already out of sync here. Yeah, and Coldest Pillow's in the room. The room might be broken. Oh aye, yeah. Everything's gone pear-shaped here. I'm going to have to kill VP4. I don't think I'm going to get in this. Coldest pillows, left ball and telly. So now I'm getting that. Right, leave the room. We'll get one in the room. Stub running his PC into the ground with loads of crap running. Coldest pillows had to tab out, Control Alt Delete to shut VP4 down to come back in. Now the two of them are showing in the room, so they're probably going to lag off, and then I'll try and get back in. Stub, switch all your crap off if you're still listening. This is going to cause a problem. I don't think I'm going to get in now. Yep, I'm just going straight to a black screen again. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. But I'll probably not be able to get in to see them. Are you actually playing yet? Right. Oh shit. I'm trying to type quick so that you'll at least read this. I don't think he's bloody paying any attention. Now it's showing 0 in the room. So maybe he has killed his game. Maybe he did listen to me. Right, so he's back in. Right, now I'm in the room. Now I've got exactly the same queue again. This is exactly the same position with no balls on the table. Are you in now? Are you playing? No, well, if you're in, all I'm seeing is the one queue down the table. I'm seeing no balls, nothing on the table at all. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come out of VP4 and restart VP4. Hopefully everything's going to work out okay. Right, so I've left the lobby, I've come back in. Well, I now see 3 in the room, so obviously somebody's managed to get in okay. Well, now I'm back in, and I don't see any balls either. Right, hang on. Let me go to the lobby. If you can get a hold of Steve, he's probably away now. Now won't be able to do anything. Hang on. Ah. Well, it looks okay now. I think it is. Bloody weird things happen when Stubbs in a room, I'll tell you. But I still blame all the crap that he has running while he's played this game. Well, I don't know. I couldn't get in the room, so I can't see what's happened. Well, you want to get a hold of Steve before this goes any further, and explain to him. Yeah, well, before it goes any further, and now I don't see Stubbs Q now. This is all gone pear-shaped here. I mean, it's not just me going out of sync or anything like that. Now his connection's hanging up big time. I don't think I've ever been in a room with anybody else where they've had connection problems where it ever gets as bad as it does when Stubbs involved. Well, as I say, that's up to Coldest Pillow to explain that to Steve. I don't know what's happened because I didn't witness anything. All I know is that there is a rack in the board. But I think we're far from resolving that issue. What we're resolving here is trying to get Stubb to appear in the bloody game. Right. Coldest Pillow, you need to message Steve and tell him what's happened. Oh, now he's back in. Now he's appeared. Right. There you go, Coldest Pillow. That's fair enough. You know, he knows he got a rack there. He knows he got a rack there for nothing. It just took Daddy to tell him. Once Daddy gets involved, he'll listen. I'm just taking you guys' word for it, because as I say, I didn't see anything other than the scoreboard. And well, Steve was in the room. If you lose, I'm withdrawing from it. If I lose, I'm withdrawing. Well, that's great news. Come on, Coldest Pillow. Send this guy home. He's threatening to bloody quit if he loses. What an incentive that is to beat him. Stay focused. That's all you can do. Although I don't rate your odds very much at this rack. Uh-oh, hang on a minute, he's okay. I thought he was gonna duck away there. He threatened to. Almost an umpty shot. Stubbs the one that's sweating, by the way. You know, it's only a race to 4, and anything is possible. Race to 4 when you're getting the 6 ball, you've got to fancy your chances. But more importantly, you've got to take your chances. Now I'm getting banned, losing matches, then giving free games. Well, Stubbs off and running. Got to get control in the cue ball here to get onto this too. It's not quite as simple as it looks. It looks as if he's going to the side rail and coming out. Yep, that's why he's missed the one, because he played the big stun and he's got lucky. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, Stubbs is not going to be daft enough to try and play the combo. He's just going to duck. Not quite so fortunate this time though. Coldest Pillow. And Stubbs still got to get out of there though. And that ain't good. So now, get yourself ready here. So here's the chance. Now this is just got to be a dead weight pot. The cue ball will come back into the table. And the pressure's getting to him. That was a rack for Coldest Pillow there. That's what I say about when you get a chance, you must take it. He's feeling the pinch. See, that's the shot. And Stubbs done it as well. He's overcut it trying to hold. So now you've got a second bite at the cherry. You cannot waste this. Stubb will be fuming at that shot. And now everything's good. Just watch the scratch in the corner. You've got to come off this 6 ball. Yeah, he's played the right shot there. So Stubb makes a big boo-boo. And everybody saw that in colour. I mean, you'd expect Stubb to get that in every day, but he was doing the same thing Coldest Spiller was trying to do. He just trying to nudge it in dead weight to hold the cue ball. And he overcut the... What was it, the 1? Can't remember what ball it was. It's too late for me now. Coldest Spiller's had a ball. And he's got a thin cut in the 2. And if he gets this in, he's got to be on the 3. Oh, well, he's on the 3. Nothing to do with the cue ball other than avoid the 6. And he's sent it to the jaws. Coldest Spiller's definitely feeling the pressure. If I lose the tourney. This is sort of deja vu, because Stubb said that a long while ago. And he didn't play Friday Night 9 ball for a while, and then he came back. Now he's back to square one. He's saying the same again. Well, still got to get up. I mean, this just is a straightforward stun up the rail. I mean, you don't need to run the cue ball, you just stun it. And now he doesn't want to finish below the 8 ball. That's the big no-no, so he's far better going up and down and back into the table. He's trying to hold it, well, he's managed to hold it, but there's always a risk with that shot that he did the same thing he did 2 shots ago. Or 2 or 3 shots ago, but he should be good now. Well, can Coldest Pillow get another chance to take this all the way? Well, the brake's dry for a start. Coldest Pillow has a shot on the 1. Not easy. But in it goes. Right, now this is tough. Look where that 3 ball is. Well, that's a good effort to try and get below it or above it, however you want to describe, but this is tough. Down the rail. Is it going to hold the line? Yes, it has. And now it's got to be the bank. And the bank doesn't look great. Maybe better trying to duck for cover here. And that's good enough. I mean, it's not cutting up the rail. And Stubb knows that he now has to keep this safe because, you know, 5 and 6 are wide open here. Oh, it's caught the point. It's caught the point. And here's your chance. Big mistake from Stubb. Cut it too flush to the rail. Caught the knuckle. Kept the 4 ball in play. And Coldest Pillow on the 5. Now, one crucial shot. And going the old VP4 escape route. Straight in 6 ball for a final rack decider. So here we go. What did I tell you? Anything can happen. And the mistake again was made by Stubb. Tried to flush that ball down the rail, but caught the farm knuckle and left it on. And Coldest Pillows come up dry. And this is not an easy table to run. He's got a shot in the 1, but the 2 ball is pretty inaccessible there. It's going to have to be some shot to get on this 2. He might try and get in below it. No, he's trying to hold, but he's got himself in trouble. Hooked himself behind the 3 and he's went for a pop, and he's in more trouble. He got a fluke there. Don't know what ball went in. Was it? I don't know what went in. And another blast, and he's again got away with it. That's how lucky Stubb gets. Who's not accepting Pete? Oh, is that from when we were trying to get into the room? I've just noticed the chat there. Oh, SemiPro's still awake. Well, you'd be far better jumping the 9, I would think. What was that? You'd have been better jumping the 9 and just kicking the 2 onto the 3. That'd have been an easier shot. Of course, you've no idea where things are going. But I don't think the 2 pots, and it's not a bad choice. That, now that I think about it, that was a wiser move than mine, because the 2 doesn't go anywhere. It's too tight against the 3. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good outcome. He might not have a shot next time around, but at least it gives him a life to stay in the match. And Stubb's scratching his head while his clock's counting down here. Yeah, this is a big dilemma here for Stubb. He's frightened to death that he leaves any sort of shot in this 2. Well, it's all about touch, and that's going to sneak out. It's going to sneak out, and has it sneaked out enough to get that 2 ball? Stubbs trying to see if he can get through to it. I think he can. Yes, he can. Well, is Stubb going to hold his nerve together here? Now, if Stubb had kept that rack, which he didn't, he wasn't meant to do anyway, because he somehow won a rack without Coldest Pillow being in the room, which is even weirder. So he did the right thing giving it back. And it's looking like it's all over. Still got to get them in the holes though. I mean, he doesn't have to do anything at all other than make sure this cue ball isn't on the rail. You know, you push the 6 in, but you get the cue ball off the rail, which he's done. Nervy little 7 ball. And he's going to be home and dry. So Stubbs' nerves will be shattered after this match. Well, you made him sweat for it, Coldest Pillow. You made him sweat. He made the mistakes. But Stubb goes through. So we have our Friday night 9... My stomach's rumbling, by the way. We have a Friday night 9-ball final, if I can get the bracket, wherever it's went to. What the hell's going on here? Right, there we are. But again, look in the positive of it, Coldest Pillow. You've come out with more V dollars than you had when you went in, and so that's the goal that everybody has. You come out with 270 V dollars, so you've made a profit. So it's about making profit. So in we go for the final, and Stubbs already in the room, keen to get underway. Spectre Dawn just hanging off. It's 9:45, which is not bad. Now, what's there going to be in this match? I don't think there'll be. Stubb might. I didn't quite notice what Spectre Dawn's rating was. He'll be 200 or something. So there might not be anything in this. It might be a scratch. Why does Spectre Dawn always keep me waiting on a Friday night? Why doesn't he just get in the bloody room and then I can get to bed earlier? Well, he's in. We've got Spectre Dawn nearest me, Stubb on the far side. And Spectre Dawn's going to win it because Stubbs overhit that by a mile. And it is a scratch match. Spectre Dawn says, "Hi, good luck." And Stubb comes back with, "You're mine, you bastard." So Spectre Dawn with a ball in the break. You can't see any of that one ball. Now, that one ball, I don't know whether Spectre Dawn had a proper look at that, but the one does go. I mean, it's tight, but it does go. Stubbs going all out for the bank. And that's playing right into Spectre Dawn's hands. I mean, he could have put Spectre Dawn back in there, but decided to have a blast, trying to be the hero right off the bat. Yeah, you've said that, Stubb. Let me just do a quick tab, hang on. Spectre Dawn. Nice easy table to get off the mark. I'll tell you what, my stomach's rumbling so much, I'm going to go and have a nibble of something. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. I have had a rummage through the fridge and I have found some lean ham in the bone, and I'm just going to devour it. I'm just going to do a Steve because my stomach is rumbling. Well, I'm sure Matt Shark will be glad to hear that, if Snub's going to bottle out the black ball. And he's nobody to blame but himself. He's an numpty. No, that wasn't good. I've got 2 more slices of this to go and then I'll be back. I'll tell you in a minute, Bill. My mouth's full at the moment. My mouth's still full, Bill. I'll be finished in a minute. Right, my mouth's now not quite as full. Well, what happened, Bill, we had the black ball match with SemiPro and Larry, and during that match, Stubb was coming in, saying one line and then leaving the room, and he did it 3 or 4 times until eventually Steve got fed up with it and kicked him for an hour. And Stubb was already, of course, in Friday Night 9 Ball, and while he was waiting in his matches, he was coming into the room, typing stuff and leaving the room. So he got kicked and banned for an hour, and therefore he ended up forfeiting to Spectre Dawn on the winner's side, going to the one-loss side. Steve relinquished the kick and let him back in, and well, that's Sean L's up to his old tricks as well, I see. And so Stubbs been in and ranting, and poor Spectre Dawn's getting all of it now that Stubbs fell over the line to get to the final, which he did against Coldest Pillow. And so now he's typing all this bull for the last 20 minutes or for as long as this match has been going on, saying that he's not going to play in the black ball tournament now. As if anybody really bothers. Nobody cares what he does. But I feel a lot better now that I've actually got something in my stomach. And that's what happens from having an early dinner. But we could have a Stubb Mark II here, or a Jana Mark II. This Sean LL, whatever the hell the name he is, Sean L guy. He just seemed to be a bit of a numpty as well, the way he behaves. Well, meanwhile, Stubb from 3-0 down is now back to within 1. And Spectre Dawn doing the right thing and just ignoring him. But Stubbs immediately scratched. And Spectre Dawn has a perfect table just to run out and regain his 2-rack lead here. Tell a lie, I thought it was 3-0, it's actually 2-2. My bad, because I'm half asleep. Exactly, Bill. Exactly. The same old bullshit. Same old, but I mean, he had it coming. He can thank Steve for the fact that nobody. He came into the stream ranting that he wanted back in, and Steve relinquished and let him back in once Steve had worked out how to unban him. I know that worked because Simon did it 2 weeks ago when he kicked Stubb and then had to let him back in. All elementary shots. Well, the trash was from Stubb because he broke and scratched. The rest was inevitable. So Spectre Dawn regains the lead. Rack number 6. And 5 ball goes in. Cue ball's going to land on top of the window. This is one of these ones. He's got a little gap. I said this before, always likely he's going to catch the par jaw, but he's played that very well. Now, how's his luck? Not great, but he can certainly duck. I mean, he could do a stub and blast this up the rail, but he's got far better odds than just ducking away here, but he's not really played it that well. That's about 1.5 feet short of where the cue ball should have been on that long rail on the left-hand side there. And that wasn't much better from stub either. Well, Spectre Dawn might take this on. I think he might think his odds will be better actually potting the 2. Now it needs to keep running that cue ball. That's nice pace. And he's probably going to have to leave the long cut in the 3 unless he fancies his chances of getting up the table on the shorter side of that 4 ball. And that's what he's trying to do. He's at least given himself a shot at it. But, you know, this isn't a gimme. Oh, he nailed it. And then another well-controlled shot, got the draw right into the cue ball, spun it across the rail, back across into the table, and now it's all dead easy, nice and simple. So the gap is going back to 2. Stubbs got all to do again. Oh, break from SemiPro. I've said it again. Spectre Dawn has come up dry, and this is a good table for Stubb to pinch one back here and get control of the break. Next rack. Oh, what's he doing here? I think he's okay. He's going to catch the 7 full in the face. I thought he was maybe going to catch that left side there and leave himself hooked. I'm down to 2 viewers watching this final this week. I think most people are just fed up reading all the crap from Stubb. Now, is he going to take advantage of that? Well, you two are the only two that are here. There's nobody else. You've got the staying power. Well, Stubbs got the first priority. He's got a ball. He's got a shot. And he's on the 2. And he should be back all square. Well, that wasn't great. I mean, there was other ways to get better on that 3 than this. Now, is he going to let this runner stun to the rail? It looks as if he's digging in. No, he's letting it run. The tourney will change, and I'll tell you why it will change. I'll be on Steve's back from now till next Friday for him to change it and keep it at 7 PM. They go back in the early hours of Sunday morning. Which means that we get an extra hour in our bed. Oh, when's that? That fight's tomorrow night, isn't it? With Tyson Fury, isn't it? It's in Saudi Arabia, I think. It's on Box Office. Not Sky Box Office, it's on that other one. I think it's Discovery Plus or TNT Box Office it's on. Right, so Stubb has squared the match. 9 balls going in the break, I think. 9 ball comes up. 1 ball also had gone in, and now he's sitting perfect in the 2. So it should be 3 in a row here for Stubb, because there's not a problem in the table. The only thing he has to be careful with, well, the pocket's big enough. Yeah, he's got enough room there. Now, let's have a look at this. See, he's got more angle in this 5 than he wants, so he's putting loads of left English on it so that it checks the rail. Oh no, in fact he's not. He's checking the rail to try and hold it. The other side, the only thing is he didn't want to be there on it though. Making it hard work. He's got it clean. So a 3-rack turnaround here from Stubb. And we've been on air for 3¼ hours. This is still fairly quick for a Friday night 9 ball. How many were in the tournament at the end of the day? Was it a full house? I think it was. No, there was 1 bye. No, there was 2 byes, so there was 14 in. Yeah, there was 14. I thought it was a full house. 14 at the end of the day. So we're into rack number 10. This time it's Stubbs' turn to come up dry. Spectre Dawn can't see the 1. Well, the push out's been played, but does Stubb want to play this 1 ball? Yes, he is. He's blasted it. He's took it on. That's the type of thing he'll do. Well, this is going to be 4 in a row. Spectre Dawn is a player with a bit of what to do. I think that was dry again, wasn't it? It was dry, but no shot for Spectre Dawn. I mean, he could play the combo, couldn't he? But I can't believe he's going to do it. That was certainly the right shot. So Stubbs going to have a blast. And this time it's not worked out. But Spectre Dawn's under a bit of pressure. Now if he gets the 1 and on the 2, he should be fine. Everything else is all in place for the run out. He's played the bank, nailed it, perfect in the 2. Yeah, he just doesn't know when to stop Stubb. He's just got to watch how he goes up this table. He wants to stay in the middle of the table like that. He didn't want to run up anywhere near that 7 ball. Now this is going to take good judgment as well, because there's no doubt he's coming across the table and he's taking his eye off the shot. The mistake has been made, and that could be costly for Spectre Dawn. And that's a gift of an opportunity. Well, it's a big 2-rack swing again. Spectre Dawn looking odds on to be back within 1, but Missed the cut. And one forced error, or unforced errors, are costly at this level of the game. Well, this time the 2 ball has gone in. No shot though. We're just going to tickle this past the 5 ball. Has he blocked the path to it? Yes, he has. Well, Spectre Dawn has a problem. The 3 ball is the problem. He's had to play that with a bit of right English there to maybe straighten that angle. And he'll take that. And that's not the best of shots from Stubb either. So there's no way he should have been catching that 6. What his target should have been is somewhere up with that 9 and 7. The 9 and 7 ball. And now Stubb's in trouble. And it was a poor safety from Stubb. He should never have left Spectre Dawn as close as that on that ball. And Stubb gets lucky again. You'd never believe this unless you're watching it. I mean, how jammy is that? Well, that was well done. That was very well played by Spectre Dawn. Easy kick though, but another blast and he's knocked the 8 in. 1 ball's gone safe. I tell you, you've got to be quick to catch these flukes from Stubb. Oh, by the way, Steve, just so that you know, are you still there? Stubb's been trash talking all the way through this match. All the guys will tell you that. I mean, not a word from Spectre Dawn. In fact, right at the start of the match, and Stubb says, "You're mine, you bastard." And it's been all that. All the way through that. Spectre Dawn's not risen to any of it unless he's got him muted. So he's had to put up with crap for most of this match. Oh, that's what I meant to say. That rack update that you did. That rack update that you did, Steve, I never told you. I meant to tell you that in the stream tonight. When that update came through during the week, I broke, and we haven't seen any tonight, I'll admit that, but I broke 10 times when I was testing it, and 2 of them, the balls ended up in that pattern. So that was a 20% hit rate I had with 10 breaks. I had 2 of them where the pattern was exactly what we've been seeing. So it's not fixed 100%. Well, Spectre Dawn's now made the boo-boo. And Stubb should be on the hill here, and I'll get to bed. Oh aye, I mean when the rack's breaking, it breaks good. They go all over the place. No doubt about that. I mean, when you get a good break, it breaks good. But then you get that one where they end up in that pattern, either left side or right side. The 2 stuck together and the 1 loose one. Oh, by the way, now that you're here as well, Steve, that's what Brain Fallout was just reminding me of. Can you, once this tournament's finished, if you don't do it tonight or tomorrow, whenever, but can you change the start time in the tournament? Because our clocks go back on the early hours of Sunday morning. They go back an hour, so we don't want this tournament starting at 8 o'clock next week, UK time. We want to keep it at 7, that way I can stream it. If it starts at 8, it's too late. Oh, you mean when the 3 balls stay there, they're further apart? I never actually looked for that. So what does that mean? That next week it's going to start at 8 o'clock until your clock's changed? Is that what you mean? You've still got to change the tournament though. Because if you don't, it then starts at 8 o'clock. If you put it back an hour next week, for next week, that means it'll be starting at 6. Well, Spectre Don's got all the work to do. He's at that point of no return. But he should, unless he scratches the side and do something daft like that, where I think he's going to be making sure he doesn't. That was the only danger, is scratching the side with that shot. Well, he's left himself straight, but he should just roll through and roll 8 into the other side. That's not a problem. Now, he doesn't know that you're in the stream. That's the thing. Stubb doesn't know that you're in the stream watching this. Spectre Don spending far too long looking at this 9 ball. I mean, you give it one. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Yeah, it's always a worry when somebody spends more than enough time looking at a 9 ball like that. But he knows that he can't make any more mistakes. Still trailing by 3, Stubb on the hill. But we've seen Spectre Don do this before. You know, once he's getting on a roll and this break's working, you know, he's got another rack here that you're pretty much giving him straight away. And there's still that possibility Stubb might have played his last shot. That's the beauty of the game. Certainly in real life professional games, that probably happens a lot more than it doesn't. You know, the guy's sitting there almost dead in the water, and then he gets a chance, and then the break's working, and he runs out for the match. Cold as P says, wait, Stubb. What did I miss there? It's always a long road back when you're trailing. But as long as you stay at the table, ain't nothing the opponent can do. So this is exactly what Spectre Don has to do. Just keep getting the ball and getting a nice roll and getting a shot in the next ball. Well, he said if he loses this match, he's not playing in the Black Ball tournament and he's not playing in Friday Night 9 Ball again. But then again, he said that before. And Spectre Don, in the meantime, he's got the 5 ball. He's on the 1. He's probably just going to come back the safe route to hold it. Well, he has held it. Now it's a roll through. He's got to make sure he rolls through far enough though. He doesn't want to do something daft. He's done that okay. Well, you've just given us bad news, Coldest Pillow, telling us he's not going to leave VP4. He's so full of bull. He's got more than enough bull to go around. Well, you see, he's just left us at that little angle. The one that puts the slight doubt in your mind. You know, he should pot this every time, but, you know, when you're back against the wall, there's always that little doubt in your mind playing these shots. But he's got it comfortably. Well, is this going to be... I think it's 3 in a row for Spectre Dawn, isn't it? He's heading in the right direction. There's only one way he can go. But he's right on Stubbs' tail now. One behind. And this is the big one to keep this going. Oh, and of course, what happens? He comes up dry. And, well, Stubbs get barely half a pocket for that one ball. I mean, he looks as is he having a go at this? Look at where the 2 ball is. That's right next to the cue ball, so he's got lots of work to do here to have any sort of shot if he's going for this one. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy, but he's more than likely going to get away with it. And he has, I think. Yep. I don't know that he can get enough of that one ball. No, he can see the one, but all he's going to do is overcut the one. I don't believe he can get enough of that to pot it. It's going to catch the jaw. You think it pots? Well, don't ever rely on my eyes. It may well go in as clean as I want. Yes, it does. I wouldn't have probably played that because I convinced myself it wouldn't pot. But you were right. Well, now, you know, to me that was the hard part. He's got to get from the 2 to the 3 and from that back to the 4 and up to the 5. So there's a fair bit of cue ball movement here. I wasn't sold on the fact that there was enough of that one ball shown, but Spectre Dawn's eyes are far better than mine. This isn't great, and he's got to be careful in how he negotiates this position to get to the 4. Can he get to the rail above the pocket? Yes, he can. He's played it well. The only danger was getting really into that too much and somehow finding a way into that side pocket, but he got above the pocket. Well, this is just... I mean, you've got choices to how you do this, but looking at the angle he's got, you just run through the other side. The danger, though, played that is always dicing with the 9. And he's made sure he avoided that. Again, he's checked the cue ball up with right English. He can get most of the cue ball. So he should be fine here. You know, he saw the problem of letting the cue ball open out onto that 9. He could have ended up hooked, but he checked it to make sure it was not going that direction. Well, it's a battling performance from Spectre Dawn no matter what happens now, because he's taken it all the way from 8-4 down and made a match of it. So it's been a good run. The break's been working, the ball's been going in, he's had a shot. Well, mind you, Stubb had a blast there to give Spectre Dawn a second goal, but it's still 4 in a row. So breaking for the match, and I don't think anything's going, and wouldn't you know it, Stubb has a perfect shot in the 1 just to draw back towards the rail to cut the 2. The 3 goes into the gap up top, so everything is there. And that's the painful part about, you know, getting that little cluster of 4 racks here for Spectre Dawn to take it all the way. Now he has a dry break and Stubbs got everything there at his mercy. Well, he's had loads of spin. You know, he's stunned that to the rail with loads of English to fire it around the angles. That's a great shot. I don't think the 5 ball is tight to the rail. It isn't. It's just off the rail. So it's Stubbs to lose now. Yeah, that shot that Stubb played there, you know, it's one thing playing that shot, but it's another thing knowing how to impart the English to get the cue ball to go in the direction you want it to go. And that is where a lot of players in VP4 haven't got to that level. You know, players like Stubb, Albinario, Cobra, and all of those guys, they all know how to execute that shot. And these are the sort of what you would put down as maybe advanced techniques in VP4. You know, everybody can pot a ball in VP4, but potting a ball's not the problem. It's potting a ball and where the cue ball is going and where you want it to go. That's 2 different things. And that's the mastery of working out how the English works and how to use it to your benefit. So Stubbs going to get there by the skin of his teeth, but it's been a good performance considering all the crap that Spectre Dawn was getting. And so Stubb has come through the 1 loss side after getting booted, and he wins it out 9 racks to 8. Now earlier on tonight we had a very comfortable win in the end for SemiPro against Larry. So SemiPro is through to round 3 in the Black Ball Virtual World Championship, and Larry's going to have to do it the hard way again. And that is it, folks. Thanks all for watching. I will bid you good night, and I am off to bed to try and get a few hours sleep before I'm up at 4 o'clock again. So I will say see you later. Take care, and don't forget to change the tournament time, Steve. Good night.